Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for tuning into fuck me. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for tuning into another episode of the Dumpster Diaries. As always, I'm your host, Justin Allen. I'm here with Evan Cooper again, man. Dude, thanks for coming back into the studio.
Thank you so much for having me, man.
Dude, you're great, man. You're like one of my favorite people, so.
I appreciate it, man. It's been so much fun. I was just telling somebody the other day, I was like, I'm not even like cool. Like, I was talking to Chris the other day because,
Chris Luker?
yeah, like we do, like when you have the new people around, like I'm always very hesitant to talk to them. Like,
Sure.
I don't like people, like not in a bad way, but like, I'd rather just, if I know you,
Sure.
call me, what's up? But like, for the most part, introducing myself and all that, no. But I would notice like people would come up to me and be like, "Hey, like, how do I sign up?" And I'm like, "This isn't even my shit." But it was Luca, and I'd be like, "Yo, go to him." But
For like the comedy.
yeah, or like talk to him, and I was like, "Man, we gotta do a better job of like talking to guys because it's their first time coming and like
they don't know.
Like they're trying to scope out the scene and they'll see you taking pictures, whoever's hosting, and I'll usually be working music or somewhere in there, so they want to like. Okay, well, I guess one of them is somebody I need to talk to, and Chris is usually back and forth on stage. Like, they'll come up and talk to me. So I was like, well, I kind of got to be, you got to be welcoming and be like, hey, nice to meet you, and
personable.
Like sign up, and it just pisses me off because I'll never see you again. I might not ever, like, what? How did I do? Who gives a fuck? Like, nobody, they're not. Did they laugh? Like, I'm not the comedy. Did they laugh? Yes. Okay, well, good. I don't care. Like, well, you didn't laugh. I don't laugh at shit.
Dude, because I do photography. I've been doing photography for comedy shows for like, I think 3 years now.
Yeah.
And so I've only been doing it 6 months with Don't Take This Serious, like here in Shreveport. And man, like, it actually just happened the other day. People will email me trying to get booked for shows.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
just because you're attached to it and you do well, like I remember when you first started coming, like the week before Garrett had let me know, like you were moving, and they were like, just look for him, he takes pictures. And I was like, okay. And so then eventually I saw you with the camera and I was like, hey, nice to meet you. And you're like, where can I take pictures? I was like, wherever. I was like, I gotta like, just be more welcoming because you don't want anybody to feel like as much as I do care about the scene and like I will, if you ask me anything, I'll tell you.
Sure.
But who's gonna when you're just kind of standing off in the corner, it's not cool.
That's the thing too, man. Because while I've only been doing, taking stand-up comedy seriously, I'd say for like the last 6 months, I've been around the comedy scene for 4 years.
Yeah.
In total, really. 3 actively working on stuff, but a year prior to that, man. And when it comes to like producing shows and stuff, the thing is, at the end of the day, it is a business. Especially the guys who want to have a career in comedy. And it's just like any store, man. Like, people got to feel like they're wanted, feel accepted, and all that. So you got to be friendly and you got to talk to people.
Absolutely. And like, I've worked really hard at Tiki, like to kind of like get better at comedy. And so it's nice when people like come up to you and everything. And like, I have such a like, I try to speak of the devil. I try to like
put them on. Don't put them on speaker.
Hold on, you adjust this podcast.
What up?
Podcast, y'all on the podcast with the girls in the car.
What up? Oh, man, what up,
Hey, what's up, podcast? What's up, Dumpster Diaries? Guys, all right, I'm so glad I'm on the podcast because I wrote the worst joke about Evan Cooper right now. Evan Cooper doesn't have any ducks on his Jeep because whenever he gets one, he puts it in his butt.
What's messed up is I got 2 and I was actually super excited about it. I've had it for 2 years.
Hella white.
Hey, man, I got to do what I got to do to get past these state troopers.
Hey, you're about to start putting mayonnaise on everything.
Never. Lock me up.
All right. I'm in I-20 traffic. I had to tell you that stupid joke I had, and that's the end of that.
Hi, buddy.
All right, Chris, we'll see you.
But, love that guy.
Wait, was that because you guys got the roast battle coming up July 10th?
I don't think it's a roast battle, but we definitely have. I think it'll be Louisiana versus Texas.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a roast between Louisiana and Texas.
So here's the thing: I keep winning those.
All right, well, to give people a little background so they actually know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
July 10th, Chris Luker, who owns and operates Don't Take This Serious Comedy.
Tells bad jokes over the phone, by the way.
Clearly tells bad jokes. He's got a 4-year anniversary comedy show.
4 years anniversary of Don't Take This Serious at Tiki Bar, July 10th.
Yeah,
10th.
July 10th. 7:45 p.m.
7:45. It'll be a couple of Texas's best comedians versus myself, Alonzo Ortega, Jamie Arnett. Super excited to perform with all those guys. Those are two guys I feel so comfortable with performing with. I love Alonzo.
Alonzo, we had him in the studio. That might be the funniest episode.
Dude, Alonzo feels like my left hand. Like I love left-hander. Like whenever we started out really close together and we started out going on the road together super early.
Yeah.
So you get really comfortable with what other people do. And thank God, because he is so charismatic and like, "Woo, what's up?" And I'm just like, "Hey, and it helped so much. Just knowing, I'm like, dude, please don't.
Jamie's really good too, man.
Jamie's awesome, man. Jamie is so quick-witted, so funny.
We actually have him coming in the studio this Friday night.
Awesome.
Actually. So we're gonna get an interview in. So we'll have an interview with you and him, and I'm gonna try to get Alonzo in, and maybe Chris in too before the 10th. Maybe try to do something to promote some.
Jamie is one of the few people who like. I don't even know his style because I've seen it change so much, and it's always funny. It's always so funny, and like it changes like his look. Like he'll show up like a cowboy. He'll show up like a young kid. He'll show up like Magic Mike. I'm like, dude, what is up? Who is this guy? But
it's for sure going to be a good show. Like when I saw the lineup on the Louisiana side of things, I was like, that.
Please show up and stop telling me I'm good to my face. Show up.
And it's free too. So
I just hate when people. You shouldn't be here. It's like, bitch, I know.
Yeah,
get me out of here. Call somebody. Tell somebody.
Dude, I do got to say something that was pretty funny, man.
Yeah,
because I didn't make it last Friday because I had to work and stuff.
I was out too. I was in. That's the first one I've missed in so long. I feel so bad.
In this last half year that I've been here, I think that was the second one I missed.
It's probably been about.
Because one time I had COVID, and then
about a year and a half since I've missed one, if that.
But man, dude, I couldn't tell if you were joking or not, but you had that little breakdown on stage talking about your anniversary and how you'd been there.
Oh yeah. It's a little bit of both. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, we were doing Tiki. It was a benefit show for Chris Luker's dad,
which went really well.
Yeah, watch his episode. He's talking about it. It went awesome. Only one who did good. Remind me to bring that shit up. That's another part of comedy that's so much fun, but it's the worst. But we're going into it, and I'm like trying to come up with jokes because lately I've been closing on my dad, and my dad passed away. So I'm doing that joke. It's a cancer benefit show for his father, who has stage 4 lung cancer. So like when I'm putting my set together, I go, how about we leave this out? How about I just don't talk about my dead dad? Yeah. Which, knowing the audience, I'm like, they probably would have laughed, but it's like, don't make this about me at all. Like, or just even bring that up. Because I would imagine there's going to be a different type of levity that, it's just going to be a little too honest. So I'm like trying to come up with jokes because I've been working that set for like a year or so. I know where it's going. So I'm like, all right, what am I going to do? So I go in my voice notes and I find my first stand-up set, and it was a year to the date. So I was like, guys, this is my 5-year comedy anniversary, and I am the same place I was 4 years ago. Which is it was a joke, but it's not, because like it was. I stay on Fridays by choice. Like I do enjoy that. Like I think Shreveport. Like I just kind of figured this out maybe like a week ago. Is we are a meat and potato city. Like,
how do you mean?
Whenever I've seen people come, and it's different because like I'm from here, so everything I did in comedy was here and out. Whenever I see people who come here and like they might be a little different, or it might be a little, I hate to say the word like gimmicky, but Shreveport audiences appreciate punchline, setup, nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, just show up, be funny. We don't even like motherfuckers with ties all the way. Like if you got a tie, they'll look at you like, yo, who's with him? You know what I mean? Like, who's the Jew? Like something like we just don't know.
I know what you're talking about, because sometimes I will dress really nice.
Yeah, they're like,
stuff, and it's definitely like a look. It's like, do you own this place?
You looking for somebody? Like, they'll look at the chick. You fucking bitch! I thought you told me you were single. But no, like, I don't know what it is, but like that's just what I've
noticed. Very unique, because like I've traveled all throughout the Arklatex for comedy, and Shreveport has a very unique culture to it.
But if you do good here. Everywhere else, you are golden.
I stand behind that 100%.
And I was told
you
that
can make it in Shreveport.
You can golden. It will kill in other places. And I was told that like coming in, and I was doing good coming in, but I didn't. You know, you don't have the opportunity to go out of town. So then I would go out of town, and that's where you meet these people. Like, you know, they come to Tiki, you go where they're at, and that kind of like exchange program. And like whenever it's like, hey, we want to try this thing out, and like at first you want to go, fuck no, like, you know, whatever. But then like Uncle Jay has given me the most like inspiration on this of like how fluid comedy is, of like everybody deserves a chance.
Yeah.
Everybody deserves a chance.
He's like the prime example for
And
that.
that's the thing is like you can think it until it doesn't. Somebody thought Carrot Top was the dumbest motherfucker of all time. And look at, you know what I mean? Or, and that's not to say Uncle Jay is anything like, but it's like Jeff Dunn, you know, everything deserves a chance to grow.
Uncle Jay or Crochet Jay, he's been on the show several times, man, and he does stand up, but he also incorporates games and props into his sets, and he relies heavily on crowd engagement.
And the other day I was talking to him.
I've never seen anyone like that.
Well, I was talking to him. He told me, and I never put it together, of he just gets nervous. So he likes all that happening, so he doesn't feel like he's the only thing being focused on up there. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. And then I was talking to Luca, and I was like, yo, you think he's ever watched Dimitri Martin?
Yeah.
I was like, cause that might just be what you need. Like, cause with how his jokes are and how his ability to draw, just put him behind an easel. Yeah. And just literally draw out the punchline.
For sure.
And I'm like, we'll give him, you know, just try different things, like with somebody like him that is so, like, there isn't, fuck it, like, what, who cares? Get a stenographer. I'm thinking, like,
dude,
it doesn't
I'm actually
stop.
really excited because this Friday, Crochet Jay, Uncle Jay, he's got many aliases.
I always call him, I called him Uncle Jay for the longest, and then I was like, is he on the crochet thing now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're the last guy calling Diddy Puffy. Yeah. Like, you're like, is he gonna get mad if I start calling Puffy?
I think this is his first time ever hosting, but he's hosting the upcoming show this Friday, man.
And that's another thing. If you want to come to Don't Take This Serious and you want to host, like, it's not, we don't have like a sign up list or anything. If you just want to do it, do it. It's either me or Chris, and I don't want to do that shit all the time. So, like, and I love it when other guys do it. Like, I always hate whenever people are like, it's going bad. It's like, it's supposed to. Let's go.
Keep going.
Like, that's the thing, is like, it's until it doesn't. Until it doesn't. And like, always like, you want to like kind of like hug guys, because it's like they never saw it when it was you. Like, you guys never saw it. Like, I feel so bad when they're like, you should talk to that heckler, and it's like, no, like, you weren't here for that. Like, that's not, please don't do that. And like, we make so many jokes about it where guys are like, yeah, let's get it. It's like, we're making the best out of a bad. I was almost asked to leave a couple times. Like, if it wasn't honest to God for me making Blair and Jack genuinely laugh, I would not have gotten a second chance. Because it was a very honest, and like you said, it's a business. They were like, you're fucking up my money. If they're at the bar, leave them alone. You're fucking up my money. They're leaving. And now I don't get as much money because you just got mad.
I usually just try to ignore them.
I couldn't. I couldn't.
There's one that comes to mind, dude. When what was it? It was probably like a month ago, man. It was just a regular show we were doing. I believe you were hosting.
I don't know exactly when I got off stage. I go, don't say anything to them, because it just wasn't there.
This middle-aged, skinny white woman with the Karen haircut, a nurse. Just would not shut up. Had to make it about her. So like, and you did your set before me.
I was hosting, and I got off, and I was like, just go.
And dude, she just kept, and I was like, just doing one-liners off a card at the time, and she just kept talking. So I talked to her a little bit, trying to be nice, and then eventually I just kind of broke. And I always just try to be nice to people when I do crowd engagement. And I just told her, I was like, you know, it's free to sign up. Like, you can sign up right now. I told her, I was like, I'll get off stage right now, and you can have this microphone.
Well, and like,
and she wouldn't do it.
So they never do.
Kind of like, shut up.
And like, and mine was. I remember the last time I did it, where it got bad. We were just talking, me and Chris. So I was like, man, it's been a long time since I've done that, man. I've gotten good, because like at this point, like, I learned how to just use humor. Like, just make a joke. You can't go from being, I will fuck everybody up in this bar, to like, let's laugh. And like, they're not gonna, you know, they can't switch.
That's where it comes in, like, some of the best advice you ever gave me. You were like, you can't beat him with like aggression, or
funny always
you have
wins.
to beat him with wit.
You have to,
you know.
And it came down to the point of like, it was my own ego, because I felt like I was losing. Like, I felt like by not going out, and I felt like I felt less than.
I know,
like,
exactly what you're talking
like, I feel like you're getting one over on me, and that's what I can't stand. I'll lose fair and square with the best of them. I can't feel like you're getting so one over.
Evan, it's like, you were just as petty as
like, that's the thing, is like, and when I'm wrong, but like, because it's gone the other way. Shout out Travis. Sorry about that. Screamed at him, but like, and I was dead ass wrong just at the time.
Like the comedian Travis?
Yeah. I'll get to that. But no, like I was like, I ain't good. Yeah, I was dead wrong. I was so fucked up. I felt like shit, and like it was so bad. I had to wait till I was face to face to apologize. I was like, I can't call. Like, you just don't.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, if he accepts it, we're good. If he doesn't,
Yeah.
it was one of those. But no. So like, what the fuck was I talking about?
Talk about going in on Travis
Yeah, before that.
before that.
Whatever. We'll get
Yeah.
to that story.
I got you. Okay.
So this is. Oh no, we were talking about the last time I did it.
Yeah,
So like I was just telling Chris, I was like, yeah, I've been good about it.
Mhm.
And we're in there, and it's one of those tiki nights where it's not empty, but it's not full. It's
Yeah.
a smattering of tables, but nobody we like know.
Yeah.
So you don't when you're looking at the audience, you don't really have a fun.
Mhm.
It's these two women. I guess they're regulars, like they're not unknown, but I haven't seen them a lot.
Mhm.
And this was last year, so it's like I've been at Tiki enough.
Yeah.
And I'm up there, I'm doing my thing, and they are 5 feet away, front table, just having a conversation. And I'm like, all right, let me try to be funny. Hey, could you guys, I was like, hey, could you guys just like keep it down? Don't at all. So then I'm like, let me try to be funny. I go to my OJ Simpson joke because he knows how to treat women. Just thinking like, if they can like, if you can just feel like the butt of the joke for a minute, hopefully the embarrassment will do my job and we all just move on.
Yeah, there's definitely an art to that.
Yeah, where it's like, let me just make you feel just a little bit and then we're good. Didn't go at all. And then I'm like, I'm
Were they
just
drunk?
going maybe, I don't know. I didn't get that far. But they go, I'm like talking about like OJ and obviously abuse towards women. And then she just goes, nope. And like, I'm trying to make it's funny at this point. I'm not condoning it, but it's like, I can see how we get there. Like after shut the fuck up. And you can't physically win a fist fight. I'd be quiet.
Yeah.
I listen to my dad.
Yeah.
He's probably wrong a lot of those times, but when you do the law of averages in your head, you're like, okay, I'm probably not going to come out ahead of this one. But I was like, I remember, but like, I probably still have it on my phone. But I go, she was like, nobody's ever been man enough to hit me. And I go, you fat bitch. Nobody has ever been strong enough to hit you. They wanted to. It's just, because I want to. It's just, I don't know how this is going to go.
I've seen you pop some shit up.
Yeah, like, and it was one of those where,
shit,
like,
dude.
usually when I do that, I try to be funny. Like, you always want people to have a good time. I was trying to cut.
Yeah.
And, like, I tell people, like, just let me be funny, because I will go to hurt you. I will say the meanest thing I can possibly think
That's
about
why
you.
I don't do it. Is because like I don't have the ability. Like once I get angry like that, I don't have the ability.
I don't either. And that's why I've learned to stop. You just figured that out before me. I just didn't care about the guy. I know. I was right there. I'm like, yeah, suck my dick with your mother's lips. I will see you outside.
I'm going to send you home with body dysmorphia.
Let's go. Fuck it. We'll go for all of it. I got a gun. We can take this. I will throw all this shit away tonight. Like, it is so, I've calmed down so much, but it was like, yeah, this is a problem. Like, you're popping off at people. Like, and you just got to learn how to be funny.
Have you found that there's like a commonality like on the type of person that is just a bad audience member?
No.
Really?
No, because it's comedy. It's like I've had one. We had one where we had those flat guys. That one tiki bar night. Yeah. And there was the one chick who ended up being lovely. Like they were all good kids.
Was it the main chick that was talking a lot?
Yeah.
She was
the other one.
Did you see when she cornered me after the show?
No, she got me too. That's why you didn't see me, because I was fucking gone. I was like, cool, yeah.
As soon as that conversation broke, I bolted for the door, dude.
Don't say shit to me.
She's just a drunk white girl.
I leave all white women alone. If I see an unattended white, don't say shit to me. I've gotten on the elevator where there's just a white woman. I wait. I fucking wait. Because you don't want no smoke. I don't either. That's one thing when a white guy's like, I'm scared to go in the hood. It's like,
she just kept talking about how funny she was. And then she tried to tell me her jokes. And I was like, they were not funny.
So like
at all.
She was there and I thought she was going to be the worst member. And she wasn't great, but also like they were kids and they were learning how to be good audience members
21,
and like,
22.
yeah. And I always tell people like, this is your chance to teach them. Like, you have to learn how to grab attention, and, like, it's okay to kind of break the fourth wall and be like, hey, I need you guys to settle down. Yeah. Or I need this from you guys. Because if they like you and, like, dude, help me out, most people are willing to do that. Mm-hmm. Like, just to, be nice.
Yeah.
And I thought she was just going to be a problem. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I always tell this, I told this, like, abortion joke. And I just saw her be like, I got to leave. Like, I heard her say it, dude. And I was like, sit down. Like, just wait. Like, I know you don't like it, but just wait.
We're gonna get through this.
And then I ended up finishing the joke. She liked it, and it was like just calm. Like, just wait on what you're seeing. I'm good at it. You're not gonna know where I stand. That's the whole point of it.
There's gonna be a hook
just
at the
gotta
end of this.
wait. Like fucking, it's a twist. You gotta figure it out. So I think like as a comedian, you can't ever think that because you shut down. Like when you go on the crowd and you start having like, well, this guy's gonna do this, and then you're gonna start phoning it in. You just have to perform, man. Like, and that's what messes me up a lot of times. Is like I get so like whatever. Oh shucks, like I don't want to. I'm trying to be too cool for school. Where it's like I do care about this. I've been showing up for 5 years. We like clearly dedicated. Like I showed up 2 days after my dad died. I clearly give a damn about this on a serious level. I've driven for $20, so it's like act like it. Like you can't be too cool, but to
that's one thing I do
if you
admire about like comedians like struggling trying to come up or get their foot in the door like in the game. Man, it's like
you gotta love.
They'll drive 4 hours one way.
You gotta love it, man. And it's like you can't just sit there and still be like whatever, like and to have that. It's like you're cheating yourself.
But I've been around it long enough now to where I'm starting to see people fall out of it.
Yeah, you'll and you can get that.
And it sucks because it's some people that I've known that are really funny, but like, dude, they got jobs, they got kids, and they're just like, I can't keep doing this.
And life happens, and like, because I've had to struggle with that the last year, not with like wanting to fall out of it, but it's like you gotta like sell yourself. Like that's the one thing I suck at. Like I would show anybody in Shreveport, Louisiana that's not named like Clyde Williams, probably Mike Pugh, Scooby. I'll take Garrett, but I'm not mad at if you give Garrett a good day. Garrett Nelson. Yeah. But like we can go back and forth in Alonzo, but like there's not too many people I think are better than me. And I'd say I could beat every single one of them on any given day. Not in a bad way, but just because I believe in myself. But you gotta sell yourself. I just don't do any of that stuff. And like, I don't. If you don't see me at Tiki Bar, you're probably not gonna see a big social media presence or like me post.
That's one thing that I've noticed too about, and it's not just you. It's several comedians. Like there's just
I can't speak for anybody else, but like I'm just so shy. Like I just don't like it.
But that's why like I like having you guys, especially with the Don't Take This Serious guys, come on a regular basis. Yeah. And I talked to Chris about this too. I was like, as y'all grow in like comedic careers and gain fans, they'll have somewhere they can go to like sit there and watch. Like,
it's the nicest thing of like, whenever I've had people like show up to like see me or like, hey, we want to see you, or like comment, like it's so nice, and I'm extremely flattered by it. But like to post a clip of myself doing stand up, like I'm just not that. But like my social media, I don't post anything. Like I've always been like a pretty private person of stuff, and especially like with comedians are assholes, and like I know my temper. And it's like,
Evan, I'm gonna farm the shit out of this episode.
Go for it. It's like I know my temper.
What's funny is like I have more clips of you than you have.
Oh, for sure. And I'll really post them. I got you. But like I think of like with roast battles and stuff like that. Like I'm good at that. And like I always believe in like there is a line. Like I have a personal line of like I wouldn't talk about anybody deceased, or if I didn't ask you, if I feel different about something and I never asked you specifically, I'm not saying it.
Yeah, there's like I'll even do that, man. And like with me, like with stand up, like I just do it as a hobby. Like I'm not traveling.
Well, and I don't believe that whole like there's no line in a roast battle. It's like until there is. Yeah. Like, and you like, never know. So
even with like some of my jokes and stuff, man, like if I'm like even hesitant, I've even talked to you about something. I'm like, what do you think about
if you don't believe in your ability to defend it, don't do it.
Yeah,
because it might not.
I'm like, is this too much?
Well, and it's like I might not have the skills to communicate my idea, but you should at least be able to thoroughly defend it.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of times, like when you do have those roast jokes, there's obviously a line there. Like I think we should, like I said, we should all let people have a good time, but like. I don't ever want to hear anybody go, oh, or anything like that.
Just start dragging their kids into it.
And it's like, and I know how I am. And I know how much, I know comics. Like, we all have a need for attention. We want to win, and we want to get, at a certain point, if we can't get a laugh, we just want a reaction. And you just, sometimes that's what has branched off into what we now know as shot comedy, or these things where that line keeps getting pushed. So now what you can laugh at is now more and more acceptable.
Yeah.
But it's like, you talked about my family and did some shit about it, ain't gonna fuck this mic. Fuck wherever I'm going back. Like, you're just not gonna do that.
Yeah.
And especially if I didn't do it either. And I know that about myself. So I just don't give you the fuel. Like, I just make it, my girlfriend now, and like what I'm doing now with my personal life, I try to leave it out because I know I wouldn't, I know how mad I would get because it's happened before with other comics.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, don't
do that.
Don't ever in your life do that. And I always tell people, like, as just a rule of thumb, talk about who's on the stage.
Mhm.
You. Everybody else can't get on the stage just to keep yourself safe. Like as you get in a relationship with your, they ain't gonna be able to get on the stage and dispute these things or talk about it.
Yeah.
Just don't talk about it. Leave them
Yeah.
alone.
So a kind of behind the scenes thing with specifically with like roast battles, because
Yeah.
oddly enough, I've never actually seen one in person.
Okay.
The only ones I've ever seen have been like television, stuff like that. Do you guys like run the jokes by each other beforehand to be like, hey, is this like too much?
If
Are you cool
there's
with this?
something you kind of will, like the first one we had was in 2024.
Mhm.
And that one, like I'll tell you the two I've done. You kind of do if you feel like it's gonna go too far.
Yeah.
If you don't. But my rule of thumb is if you feel it,
Yeah.
how do you think they're? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just show some empathy.
Yeah.
I've known guys to do it, but I usually just kind of like I've always had a rule of like superficial stuff with common knowledge. If it's common knowledge or if it's on your body, it's fair game. Anything deeper than that, I feel like I don't know your. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna go
If
there.
you try to go for like something that may be like deeper, do you try to like on the back end on like a positive note? Like,
If I can't, like I remember my first, like that one. Was
well, I'm
like
gonna
a
find out
tournament.
on the 10th.
Well, I don't think it's a roast. I think we're just doing comedy. But
Oh yeah, that is true. Why do I keep going back to that? Was the last one a roast?
yeah.
That's what I keep thinking of. Okay.
The first one we did, or maybe the second one we did was my first opponent was T Williams,
Mhm.
great Shreveport comic. She's awesome. Just had her second baby. You know, congratulations to her and the father. They're doing great.
Awesome.
Happy late Father's Day, late Mother's Day, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But they had just had their first child, and the father was another comedian. So the joke I had was they just had the first Shreveport comedy baby, so we have to kill it. Like it can't. Like that was a joke. It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
It's a clever
play. It's grammatical. And then I had another
It's
one
correct.
of like, her baby daddy wrote these jokes, so that counts as child support. Like, you had a couple ones like that, which aren't bad, but like at the end of the day, she was like, "You said my baby was gonna die," and I'm like, you want to go like no, but like at the end of the day, it's a kid. Just have to like
Yeah.
I'll apologize if you
Sure.
take any offense to what I said about your kid. Like I'm sorry, and I have no problem doing that. I made sure I apologized, and I was like, hey, like I'm sorry if you took offense to it. Like what part didn't you like? And then like maybe it was like a week later where like it was brought back up, not in a bad way, but it was like, and I was kind of one of those like, hey, I said I was sorry. Like,
they brought it back up.
Like,
Yeah,
you're
then
not?
you know
Are
that
you
actually
not
bothered 'em.
sorry? And it's like, if you're not sorry, that's fine too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't mind apologizing again, and let's do that. And like, we were good, and maybe you didn't hear it, or maybe it didn't let. Because like, I don't think that kid was maybe 6 months. So it's a little new, and I think it's her first child. So
Yeah.
I'm not a woman. I don't know what all goes into it. Like, what really clicks when you hear that.
Yeah.
But I don't mind apologizing again. But also, I said I was sorry. Like, if we're good, like, and I'm one of those of like, if we're good, say we're good. If we're not, I don't want to be on anybody's bad side. So like, let's talk about it. And she was super mature about it and how you move on past that. So like, that was like the first one. But I remember being so pissed. I was fucking mad at that one because like I'm in it. And everybody's like, okay, well, when Glenn goes to the finals, like you'll win your first one, but when Glenn goes to the finals, and I was like, when Glenn goes to the finals, okay, because it's a tournament, right? Like everybody has the same amount of chance to win.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going for like this is gonna be bad. Like, and I remember I didn't talk to Blair, I didn't talk to Ken, I might have said like, hey, what's up to Chris? Like, do you need help setting up? And I just like sat behind the mic stand and just wrote for everyone. And I was like, this is going to be a problem. Like, I'm so mad. And I ended up winning that one. And then we had another one.
Pettiness fueled.
Oh, I was pissed. Because, like, I'm good at comedy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this ain't a special battle. It's 5 jokes. 14 years of experience don't mean shit. We got 5 jokes. Like, and that's one thing I want people to kind of realize is, like, a certain thing, anybody can get got. Like I remember when Garrett Nelson won Loco Fest, and like that was like when we had Loco Fest. I was so scared to. I never signed up to like be voted for because I was so scared. But I worked it when Garrett won, and Clyde went 9th. Garrett went 10th. Clyde had a amazing set, and I remember I looked at it and I said either Clyde won or he was the best opener for Garrett. It's one of the two.
Damn,
like it was that close. Like either he just took this away. Or you just were the best possible opener for Garrett Nelson.
Yeah, and then Garrett won, what was it,
had the set
$2,500?
of his life.
Yeah,
the set of it was Beautiful. We counted the tickets. Garrett bought maybe like 20 people. He won by like 50 votes.
Damn.
So like I was like, hey, I know I know exactly what you're gonna feel. Even if we took away everybody you bought, you won.
You still won.
You might not be the better comic. You were tonight.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is like, yeah, sure, we all know that, but like,
Yeah.
don't take away anything you did from yourself and build that confidence. Like, yeah, you might not. It was only for 10 minutes. And on this day, on this night, you had the best 10 minutes. I got a t-shirt to prove it. Fuck you later.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
And
Did he
that's-
win like $2,500 or some
won
shit?
$2,500 and a championship belt and a lot of stuff. And I could tell, like, because he has so much respect for comedy and because he is so good at comedy,
Yeah.
you're naturally going to be like, I shouldn't have won. These guys are better. Maybe they are.
Yeah.
They didn't win.
He's one of the few people that I know that can do an entire set and it be funny and he doesn't have to say a single cuss word.
I don't think I would have ever told him that if I didn't like him.
Just never admit it.
Because like the thing about it is he would have never had that attitude. He wouldn't have won if he didn't have that attitude.
Yeah.
Like he just wanted to do the best he could.
Yeah.
And the best you could was the best that night. You don't try to beat anybody and like he's not dumb. He's not lacking self-awareness. I think he was probably 2 years into comedy where it's like maybe there are some guys quote unquote more deserving.
Sure.
They didn't win tonight.
Yeah.
That doesn't change their ability, doesn't change yours, but you have to take, especially in some shit like this, whenever you do finally get something at the end of this fucking rainbow, take it.
Yeah.
Take it.
Also, I think too, one thing that I've noticed just from the years of kind of observing comedy on the outside of it, a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on time.
Yeah. This shit ain't gonna be fake.
Like,
it don't matter.
You may have been doing it for 20 years. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're better or funnier than the kid who's been doing it for 2 years.
You want to know the funniest thing about that statement is nobody who's ever said that in any honesty has been in any other place other than right in front of me.
Yeah. Huh.
So you've been doing it. We face to face.
Yeah.
You think you'd be talking to a 20-year corporate finance manager face to face?
Yeah.
Because he's been doing it for 20 years at a high level. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you don't want to shit on anybody. And obviously, I think you can distinguish when that is said with intention to improve you
Sure.
or intention to negate you or
Yeah.
kind of discredit what your
I've just
ability
ran
could
into
be.
a few where, they'll be like, "Oh, I've been doing this 10 years."
Yeah,
I've
we in
been
the same
doing
place,
this
big dog.
8 years. Yeah. And I'm just like, well, your opener's been doing it for 3 months,
Yeah.
And
I think a lot of times it's like,
but I don't think it's just comedians that get big heads. I think it's just kind of
everybody does.
everyone
Everybody
does,
has
but
everybody
especially
who
artists.
Yeah, if you're an artist, and especially like I hate to say like comics are these bad people because we're not. We just have a need for attention.
Oh, I've been playing guitar for like I think 22 years now, and
Everybody thinks they should get the free bird. You know what I
It was
mean?
the same way in music,
And I don't.
because I played in bands over the years. It was the same way, man.
Yeah, and
Same thing.
I just think like we want to do it, and shit. There's only one mic,
For
and I'm
sure.
not telling you not to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
But I think like there should come a level of humility or a level of like helping your fellow man. But I think a lot of people need to understand it ain't coming. It'll never come. That's not what we're
Yeah.
here for. This ain't. We joined the military. Go back if that's what you want. Like you've seen the difference in like there is no service before self,
Yeah.
and it shouldn't be.
Mhm.
Like that's not. We're in a bar, and what like this is what you think it is.
Yeah.
So let's all stop. Like my biggest thing, like let's stop lying to each other.
Mhm.
Call this the lying den that it is. Like I'm sure I've told a lot of people. I'm like, go after my head, because that's what I'm doing with you, and it's all respect. Like there is we are friends and we like each other outside of stage line that I'm not gonna cross.
Yeah.
But if there's a chance to be the best, I expect you to go after it.
Yeah, because there's been a couple of times where like you've done some little tags towards me and I've done some towards you. Nothing like personal or anything
But
like that.
will it make you better?
Yeah.
Do it.
So and
We
I was
were
like,
all
"Cool,
in the
cool."
same room,
Yeah.
and I tell people like a couple times with the newer comics, you kind of have to pull them over and explain it because you don't want to kill that confidence, and you have to let
Yeah.
them know
Or they
like,
might take it personally.
yeah, and it's like, dude, I'm in the room. We all just saw it.
Mhm.
I can't do my job if I don't
Yeah.
address it, And then once they kind of get there, they usually get it. And it's when it comes back the other way, or if you have any type of tag, like go for it.
Yeah.
If it makes your job easier, go for it because that makes my job. Vice versa,
Yeah.
We just want to give them a good show. So
Mhm.
whatever it takes to do that, do that. But Shit, how much time we got?
Oh shit! I think we've been in. What is the time? We've been doing this about 35 minutes right now.
All right, we got about enough time. I'll tell you the Travis story.
What's that? You got plenty of time, man. I ain't got nothing to do, man.
This is so
Till
bad.
later tonight. I got somebody coming over.
Hell
there
yeah,
to
dude.
to do this.
I was so I'm so wrong. I gotta start this story by saying how fucking from the jump I was wrong. Not from the jump, but definitely did not. There was not one point where I go, I kind of handled that the right way.
Yeah. I think he follows the social media page.
I hope so, Travis. I've told him I'm sorry. I love you to death. It was so bad. And I was embarrassed by it. Actually, I think it got me there pretty shortly after. But it was something where like there was a situation at Tiki Bar. Nothing had happened. Or something had happened, but whatever. Evan wasn't involved in it. I'm outside kind of sitting. And Blair comes out and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And like, I'm like, she's like,
yeah,
what I do, like what I do, not like in a bad way, but like, did I do like what'd you hear? And she's like, "You have a gun out here?" And I go, "What?" Like, so you have a gun out here? And I go, "No," like, absolutely not. Yeah. And then I got so mad because who would, especially in a place like Tiki where we spent so much time and your character is out there, like, who would say who the fuck made that up?
Yeah.
Who would say that? Because
so they're saying that you basically had
I was outside brandishing a weapon, basically.
Oh, fuck.
Which, how does it de-escalate from there? And it's not the truth. Mm-hmm. So if she hears it, how many other people, you know what I mean? Like, and it never happened. I never went back to my car. I never went past the little circle in the front.
Yeah.
And they weren't saying it to accuse me. They were just like Blair was saying it like, what the fuck? Like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Like, for
I'm not
real.
trying to have the cop show up.
Like, no, bring your ass inside and like, don't ever do that again.
Yeah.
Like, and then I'm like, who the fuck? Like, because now I'm like, who the fuck is saying that? Because now like, whenever that is said, ain't somebody's gonna try to be a hero. Somebody's calling the cop. Like, it has just escalated so much.
Doesn't end well.
So much for nothing. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, who the fuck did? And then just Travis is just standing by the door. Like, just in the chaos, just being calm. In the chaos of me, like, yelling or anything, he's just standing there. And I just don't like that. Like, I don't know why in my head, like, when you're panicking and you're like, who the fuck? Well, you're too calm. It was just that. And I was like, I was thinking you. And he caught all of that, like, in his face, screaming at him. And it was so uncalled for. Like, don't you ever fucking do. Like, because I thought he did that. And it was like, do you understand the position you put?
Just because he was oddly calm.
That was all it took. I just didn't like how he was looking. And I'm like, because I keep a weapon in my car. Yeah. Like, licensed and everything. But it's like.
Who doesn't? It's Louisiana.
And it's like. And I'm very aware of gun safety.
Yeah.
So don't ever say I don't, because that's not who you finna call if you do. It's gonna be a coroner or something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I'm just screaming at him, like, just and like, to his credit, he stayed so calm. And he was just kind of like taken back. I think he thought I was joking at first. And then when he realized like I was for real yelling at him, like he was the only one smart enough to shut the fuck up in that situation and just.
He's probably just shocked.
Well, and like this ain't about me. Like, this is bigger than me. And I'm screaming. and Jack brings me inside. He's like calming me down. And I finally get calmed down. I leave. And then Kush calls me the next morning. He was like, "Hey, that wasn't Travis." And I was like, "Who was it?" And he told me who it was. I go, "I owe some people some apologies." I was like, hung up the phone. I was like, "Oh, shit." Because like, I've never been above apologizing, but it's like, I was so wrong. And like, you're just so embarrassed. And I'm like, fuck. Like, and I'm like going on Facebook, like, you're doing the thing where you're like looking at his stuff on the messenger, and I'm like, nah, I kind of owe this face to face.
For sure. Yeah.
And even if I would have done it, I still would have done face to face. It's like, I screamed at you in your face.
Yeah, there's like certain things you have to do face to face, like that level.
That was done.
Breaking up with
that was so done in front of people. Like, I owe that to you as soon as I see you.
Yeah.
And at the time, we were still having open mics at LOL. And I saw his wife come in, and I was like, yeah. Immediately, I was like, hey, man, you don't have to accept it.
Yeah.
I am so sorry. I was completely out of line. I had no business you know what I mean? Like, if you want to say fuck me and we never talk again, that is completely fine. I was wrong, And then after that, I was like, Jesus, I gotta calm down. Because what got me, like, I remember, like, when I was, like, trying to remember it, like, it wasn't me screaming at him. It was everybody looking at me like a dog just got out.
Yeah.
Like, everybody was like, And I was like, that's not, like, it doesn't feel good when people look at you like an animal.
But just to give people a little bit of a reference, Travis is like one of the calmest,
The
nicest
nicest
dude
dude never would have, like, is not a fighter, has
Yeah.
never tried to be, is always just, hey, how's it going? I'm a nice guy.
Just doesn't open the door from time to time.
I remember that, like, when I'm on the phone with Luca, he goes like, why'd you think it was Travis? I just go, man, I just didn't like how he was looking. Like, it was that. He just looked too calm. I was like, man, fuck it. He's got to know something.
Yeah.
And it's literally just deflection, like or projection. Like, you just want to.
That anger's got to go somewhere.
What do you do? Like, it's not me. Like, he's not mad as me. It's got to be him. And I was just so embarrassed.
Pandemonium, man.
Dude, and I felt so bad, and I was like, "Yeah, I gotta apologize for it." That was so out of line. And I'm like, if you would have been like, "Yeah, for sure, but we gotta go outside," like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that like we got it. Like
Yeah.
that was
Open mic, Tiki Bar and Grill every Friday at 7:45.
I have significantly bombed. I'm so much like, what was it? I've had sets where like it's happened, and I can see people in the crowd who've been there for a while, and I'm like, right? You'll be like, good job, man. I'm like, didn't it used to be so much bad? Like, I used to like damn it throw a mic and I paid for tables. I'm like, how much did you guys spend?
Tell me that.
Yeah.
You've been like,
How much did you spend? I'll double it. Get out.
It got to the point to a little callback to our heckler lady we were talking about that we both had to deal with, where you were like, don't talk to that bitch. At one point, I almost offered to be like, I'll buy you a drink if you just stop.
Just drink it outside.
Yeah, just stop.
Like,
but you, dude, I can tell you've been doing this a lot longer than me. Because you called it on stage.
Yeah.
You called her and her husband getting in a fight. Because her husband was cool. And I think I made a joke. I was like, sir, are you okay? I was like, blink once for yes, twice for no, or some shit. Because I felt like he was like an ISIS hostage video.
It's like he wasn't, but the storm wasn't coming for
I
you.
didn't even think about a fight starting because she was getting really drunk. And then you got on stage. And I can't remember what you said exactly, but you said something to
He's going to hit you in the car.
You were like that inevitable fight that's going to ensue. And dude, before, like, by the end of the show, they were like straight up arguing. And I was like, damn, Evan called that shit.
That's what I learned. Like, that's why, like, when I tell people that, and I always hate it because I feel like a lot of times they never, like, they didn't see me do, like, I'm not telling you this just to be I've been doing it for 5, like, I have done this exact thing so much worse.
Like, this exact thing.
Leave them the fuck alone. Like, if you don't have anything to answer this, keep talking.
Yeah.
Like, what's another bad set?
Yeah.
But, like, don't nuke it.
Yeah.
Or don't, like, whatever. I always tell people, like, I had a big habit. Everybody else in the room is enjoying it. That one corner in the bar doesn't give a fuck.
Don't fuck up all this.
You fucked up all this for 2 people on a first date. And you just screamed in an entire room.
I do got to tell you about another
And then I'm like coming back like, so school shootings, guys. And they're just like, oh, you good? Like, oh, you okay?
Dude, I do got to tell you. So this is something I've thought about several times, what I'm about to tell you, since it happened. It was the last show you were hosting and I performed at, I believe. Yeah, I did. And I think it was the first time I told my first story. Got off the front line.
Yeah.
Shit. Hey, that's cool, man. That was a good
Changes shit.
Yeah. It's different flow to it and stuff. I just got to put a lot more jokes into it. But so anyway, dude, when you were going through your sushi Kim joke, I don't want to ruin it unless you want to tell it, but like, and then you were doing some crowd work with this. They just happened to be Asian couple.
Oh my! I had to stop in the middle because that's when I caught it.
And Crochet Jay were sitting in the corner, and we were both. Dude, I was scared for you.
And thank God they were cool about it because I was like, y'all don't know, I've done this so many times, and it has just never been to an Asian.
So to give a little bit of a background. Evan has a really funny joke that involves a sushi restaurant.
Yeah, I'll set it up. Like, if you ever go to Tiki Bar, please go to Tiki Bar.
Yeah.
And right before you go to Tiki Bar, look across the street. There was a sushi kin that used to be a Pizza Hut. And that is all we will do about it. But part of the setup is talking about that sushi kin. And I usually just kind of like ask people, just like, hey, you know, you guys know what I'm talking about, just making sure they're familiar. And I'm asking them, like, you guys ever, and as I'm looking at them, I'm like, oh shit, they're Asian.
Because what Evan did is he cut them a deal because they were trying to just leave like normal because they'd been out all night. And he was like, please stay for this one last joke. Yeah. If I can make you laugh, then you stay for one last comedian. I think it was me, actually.
Yeah, you were the last. I was like, because like, and I get it when guys are trying to be polite, but it's like, don't do it. Don't just wait to the last one. But like, if you're going to hold on. And I was like, guys, if you guys can just laugh, I'll give me 3 jokes. If you laugh at one, stay.
But dude, when you started talking about like the sushi joke, because it has a heavy Asian reference, and this happened to be a young married
the
Asian
messed up
couple.
part is it has no hate. The only thing Asian about it is it happens to be a sushi restaurant.
And bro, I was sitting there, dude.
They could have sold Greek food. It would have worked out. It could have been the same shit.
You know that feeling you get like when you miss a step on the stairs?
Oh my dude.
Dude, I looked in your eyes and I saw that. I was
But
like,
the fucked up part is you saw it after you guys are going, don't say that. Please don't say that. Please don't say. And I'm going, so here's a. And I'm like, guys, I'm aware. I am so aware how this next part's gonna come
dude,
out.
I had like visions of like Tony Hinchcliffe getting canceled running through my head. I was
But
like,
the thing
bro,
is, like, I always believe in intent, and it's like, just listen. Like, it's the same thing as like two black guys going down the stairs. As long as it does not end racist, that is just a setup. I promise you, this is the last
so
time
funny
I talk about
because
Asians.
it sounds like it's about to be some like anti-Asian shit.
Yeah,
or whatever.
two Asians walking to the bar, and then they come, and I go, everybody's
But dude, you awkwardly had to explain it to him, and then they're sitting there like,
okay,
what the fuck is this guy about to say?
The messed up part is, that was their favorite joke.
They laughed a lot.
Yeah, because it was like, it just happened to be a sushi place. And I was like, guys, I've honestly never thought of this because I've never had to say the joke in front of Asians.
You were like, it's not because they're Japanese. Like, you're like, wait,
well, because like
Korean.
Because you go, you guys ever ate at the sushi place? I'm like, it's not because you guys are Japanese. You don't want to like be mad about that. It's like, well, you don't.
Especially like, because I mean, we, being in Korea and stuff like.
If I can see your name or hear you speak, I can get it. But if we're gonna fucking,
I was saying like if they're Japanese and then you say they're Korean, that's gonna be highly offensive. Or if they're Korean, and you say they're Japanese, that's because like, Japanese and Korean.
Like motherfucker, you tell me.
Yeah,
you tell me. You fucking tell me.
But dude, I had that. Like, the best way I can describe it is that feeling of when you miss a step on the stairs. I felt that for you on stage.
That I've had that 2 moments.
Yeah.
The last time I had that was earlier this year. We were in Monroe. Check out Blair Sanders. She has a great show she does every couple months in Enox. If you're in the Monroe Ruston area, and there's a kid. It happens on a Sunday. It's about 4:00, so the bar's not open. It's outside, so you can have all ages. The first show there was a blind guy who I think he was like 18, just turned 18, big comedy fan. So I was like, all right, cool. He came to the show. Second show that I'm talking about now, I'm at it. It's not going well. Not going well for you, boy. I finally get a laugh. And I'm like, hell yeah. I try to get a fist bump to the blind guy. And he is, Justin, he's the only one enjoying the show. He's the only one like, just a fit. Like, I'm like, fuck. I have to, it's so bad. I turn to the crowd and I go, I know y'all don't like me. If it makes you feel any better, I just tried to give a fist bump to a blind guy and level the room. And I go, that's going to keep me up at night. It does.
Yeah.
There's still nights when I think about, I'm like, why the fuck would I do that? Like, if you could have seen him being like, what you got next?
Yeah.
Like, with just a fist bump in his face, just waiting on him.
Oh.
And I'm like, brother? It's one. Like, I wanted to drop the mic and just walk off and drive home. Yeah, like it was that bad. Like that. Dude. That was the worst one I've ever had.
Was that early in your career?
It's you. That was February, motherfucker. That's comedy, man. Oh, and I was just starting to figure that shit out too.
That's why I love comedy. It's because it's not necessarily the stand-up that I enjoy. It's all the unintended shit that happens around me, dude. It's the best shit.
You know how much I hate doing good when this shit falls out? Speaking of that, like, I remember this year we went to a roast battle. Speaking of that, we had a roast battle. It was in, I want to say Paris, Texas.
Is that the Tower City?
Yeah, so it's about 3 hours away. If you're in that area, Tower City, Daryl Felsberg, great guy, great comedian, has a wonderful show. So we went out there, and it's a roast battle. The day before, he messages us. He's like, only paying $100 to the winner. Fair enough.
All right.
So I'm driving out there. I'm taking my own car because I'm like, if I lose, I don't want to get this like same fucking car.
That's a long 3 hours
sitting there. And then Jamie and Garrett are there. Chad Hansen met up with us there, and Glenn met up with us there. Two of the Texas guys. And then there's another guy from Austin who was there. We do the roast battle. It's everybody does really well. I end up winning. That's why I don't do a lot, because it's like every time I show up, I get a trophy, bro. They don't get sick of me. I also say that because if I lose, I don't know how to handle it. So I'm not gonna do well.
Yeah, it just destroys Evan's ego.
That's what I got. I don't talk shit a lot. When I do, I'm good at it. I get an award. But we're sitting there. We finished it, and I won. I won the roast battle. Everything's good. And it's just so uncomfortable because after a show, I was like, "Hey man, you did good, yada yada yada." And like when everybody doesn't do good, you still have like that professional courtesy of like, "Hey, you'll get them next time." Unless you're like really close with the guy and being like, "You fucking bomb,
you suck."
Like unless you're really cool with them and being like, "They are not gonna have you back. You're gonna open for me." Like, unless you like, you have those guys like the 3 or 4 guys
open for me.
They're gonna lose your Instagram. Like, I saw him unplug the camera. Like, I used to do that. Like, I
that's probably one of the
doing
worst things to tell another comedian. You're gonna open for me, motherfucker.
I probably haven't done it to you because I don't know you well enough. But like, if I've ever seen people having a bad set, and you might have seen it, I'll just go up at the bottom of their camera and be like, "Delete this."
You did that on my camera. You did that.
That's funny to be like, "Nah, son."
Yeah. Because I was doing a set, I wasn't filming it, and then what Evan did is he grabbed my phone and he turned the camera on and he set it up, which was nice. It was cool. I didn't even think about it. And then
I'm doing good.
I'm good. And then I had a joke that didn't go so well, and then I just see Evan's big ass forehead coming and pan into view, and he just goes, "Don't say that. Don't say that. Like, cut that shit out." I was like,
it's the funniest joke because you don't get it. You might not figure it out for months. You figure it out like, let me go back and watch that clip. And you're like, this dig.
I almost took that clip and clipped it out and put it on our social
fucking
media.
do it.
You want to?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. The joke's pretty bad.
That's so funny. No, but something immediately goes bad again. I always think that's like, but you got to be cool with somebody to do that. But it was just like, you're trying to be like, hey man, everybody killed it. You're the only one who got paid in a championship belt. Everybody's just standing there waiting. They have to wait for me so I can go in there and get my belt and paid and be like, "Well, I'll see you guys. Everybody did good." And I'm like, I'm so glad I drove myself because like that's so uncomfortable.
You're hosting the next roast battle, right, for the Tower City?
Yeah. The next time it comes, I think I know I got a spot on the festival. I don't know if I'll host it. The last year's winner hosted it this year, so
is that
maybe
in August?
Next year. I think.
Is it next
maybe? I don't know.
Dang, is it that
I don't
far
know.
out?
I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if it got laid out in the release schedule. I have no idea, man. I'm gonna get up here and just start talking. But yeah, like that was just the funniest thing of being like having to be like everybody did good, and like just only one person has proof. Like being like, yeah, you fine.
Yeah,
you were just as good as me. It's like it clearly wasn't. And maybe that's just like me projecting how competitive I am of being like everybody did good. It's like well, everybody didn't get a belt, so clearly not. Like that's how I would have been if I lost. Like, I just know I'm a psycho. That shit, so I'll just drive myself. Like I wouldn't.
Oh, dude, I love it, man. I
get
even if I'm not performing, just doing photography and being around it, man, just like friends and stuff, and like just seeing how like people can act. Like I find that shit to be hilarious.
Well, and I want people to have like a healthy competition. Like if you want to take it,
well,
there,
you have to have.
Like if you want to truly do it, but like I always tell like Alonzo and Garrett because we all kind of have pretty similar goals with it. Is like take somebody's fucking head. Like whether they tell you or not, that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
I'd rather just tell you I'm gonna shoot you in the eyes because I expect you to do the same. And it's like, and if we're cool, like, how do you not get it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what am I explaining to you? Like, there's only one person who's gonna get this shit, and maybe a person gets it, or maybe you can be a friend of a friend, or whatever. Maybe you can be the guy.
Yeah,
who knows? But like, you should have enough drive to go up and get it yourself and not take it personal if somebody like I love when Alonzo and Garrett and all those guys do good. Like you should feel somebody on your coattails.
Yeah.
When a Justin shows up with a new skill set. Because it's like shit, you learned how to change your style. That's a little different. Like it might not seem like that now, but not everybody can do that.
Yeah.
Like, so when you do figure
I will
out
say
how
it's
to
kind of
talk,
crazy to see like because I don't claim to be good at all, and like I said, I just do
You'll
it as a
get there.
hobby and stuff, man.
but you'll get there.
But you know, I'll get some laughs and stuff, and I'll catch the attention and stuff from the crowd. But just seeing in a 6-month time frame, and you know, being sober during all of it too, the dramatic change, like it's been completely drastic. Like the change has. I'm like, holy shit.
Well, like even like with us, like I remember like when he first came, I'm like, fuck, he's funny, but I'm like, you gotta slow down. Like not in a bad way, because it's
I'm just reading them cards.
Well,
man.
it's the same thing all of us do. Like Chris has done it. Like all of us will tell you, like you got that's the first big one. Is slow down and then get uncomfortable or get comfortable in silence.
Yeah,
those two things are like
And so now, like, kind of how I was writing was, I started out with the one-liners because I was like, okay, I'm not good enough to not read off of like a notepad or something. I was like, so let me do the deck of cards. And then I was like, I'll just do the punchlines and then I'll put the story later once I figure out what works.
Yeah.
So now I'm to the point where I'm actually feeling comfortable being up there for 5 to 10 minutes telling a story. And now it's like, okay, where can I layer in
now to figure out your laughs?
One-liners, yeah.
And that's the thing is
cool
when you have more structure and you're already smart,
Yeah.
like you have a quick wit,
Yeah.
use it. You can't utilize your wit with one-liners other than writing it. And then it's done, which is good because your mind can work like that, but it's not using everything you can do. Use everything you can do.
There is one pitfall that I have noticed. Sometimes I will write shit that I think is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
And nobody
That's
else
called comedy.
and nobody else finds that shit funny.
Dude, I thought the funniest thing in the world
great.
was, and I might say it on stage one day.
Yeah.
I thought a World War II spy was the funniest shit in the world. Like, imagine getting a picture in 1942 and then being like, "This is your contact," and then just dropping you in France.
God, dude.
Like, and then like, and like actual life or death. Like, if I get this password wrong, fucking, this is over.
You could tell me you could be like, go down this area on East Kings. I couldn't tell you how to fucking.
That's my favorite. I'm like, James Bond was full of shit. I don't ever believe in white heroes. Like, I don't give a fuck about Elvis. Fuck Elvis. I've never listened to Elvis. I've had no intention of listening, like giving a fuck about Elvis.
Right,
yeah, no. Well, he's a pedophile and he stole everything from black people. It's like, how does he shake his hips like that? It's because he can on TV.
You might have a point.
Yeah, if Chuck Berry did that shit, they would have lynched his ass. Like, I don't give a. He married a 14-year-old, and what?
It's a different time.
But fuck R. Kelly, right? But fuck R. Kelly. I ain't never sang Hound Dog. I ain't never sang Jailhouse Blues.
All those guys had weird shit.
R. Kelly got me through kindergarten. I was watching, dude, and this is something I actually want to get out. I was watching Baddies the other day. Like, me and my girl watch Baddies.
Yeah.
Don't. It is the destruction to the black community. I hate it's everything bad about the black community. I cannot look away. But
it takes.
I have to
like
watch
Jersey Shore,
dude. I have to watch it with so much grace that I am old enough to where this doesn't influence me. It's that bad. All it is just fighting.
You gotta check this shit out now.
You got to. It's great.
Yeah.
But like they literally turn like in the auditions where it's just fight. It's like just fight to get in the club. It's like, this bitch disrespected me and I don't like how she talked on my Instagram, so now we gonna fist fight. Like to blood.
Yeah, dude.
Like to blood. And it was one of them in the audition. They were like, if you want to get on the show, look at your partner and kiss them. Just put your titties out. And I paused it and I go, Harvey Weinstein is in jail right now. And should be for that exact same thing. Like, this is sex trafficking. Like, this is clearly sex trafficking.
Yeah.
This is at the very least some type of assault.
Yeah, something's going on.
You can't just do that. Like, you can't. They're on the next episode. It's like, you can't. This is 4 seasons of this, and I'm like, God, when this surviving Baddies and Zeus hits, but it's like shit like that where I'm like,
well, it's also too. It's like speaking of that type of stuff, man, it seems like every couple of months there's like some major sex trafficking ring that's getting busted up.
What are you gonna do?
God.
Well, and also it's like, have you ever the fucked up parties when it's in your city and you're like, I was horny, I didn't see shit. That's always a funny thing. It's like off the I-20 corridor. You're like, I take that every day to work. I don't. Do they take different blinkers? Or, like, how are you catching them?
I gotta say this. All right, like now I'm not saying any of these women. I'm not saying they're not victims. I'm not saying it's all fucked up.
Stop. I'm gonna stop you.
I'm just saying that. Okay, like I do acting. Okay, like I signed up to be like background actors, like roles. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
I want you finish.
If I applied for a role and a lady who was in charge of whether or not I got
No. Here's the thing. He wasn't a liar. I'm not saying he was a liar. They got in the movie.
I'm just saying, if I could fuck my way into the big screen,
some of them did,
and I wouldn't feel bad.
And some of them did. They didn't press charges. Those who didn't, definitely. The ones who kind of had some buyer's remorse.
Yeah. Buyer's remorse.
You get there and you're fucking extra. You're truly 7.
Yeah.
I'm truly 7.
Yeah.
For real. Like watching eye contact when he's like quiet on the set, and you're like, background character number 2.
Yeah.
For real?
Like, that's it?
That's what I'm doing?
No lines?
So it's like, it's stuff like that where it's like both are atrocities, but it's like, this is an audition. Like, you guys put this out. This was edited. You chose to keep this in. Of you saying, do something sexual to get this.
This is the good shit that made it post-production.
And you're saying, do something sexual and I will give you this. And then in the next episode, they get, I'm not trying to be a snitch, but it's like,
it's right there.
what is we all? What is y'all doing? You're not trying to hide it.
Dude,
we used to just call it pimping. That was the thing. Why don't you see pimps anymore? It's called sex trafficking.
That is a thing, man. Because
It's the exact same shit. If you said, bitch, get in the car, and you went from California to Vegas, you was pimping. Now it's sex trafficking.
When did that die?
When white women started getting caught. That's when it happened. When white women started disappearing and they found their ass on the stroll. Oh, this ain't finna be a panda in charge. We finna lock your black ass up. This gonna be a problem. Emily, get over here. Put this blanket on and act sad. Nobody said she was over here doing coke and loved it.
Yeah.
It just, your daddy got mad. You said, he tricked me and all that shit. Cool. He took my driver's license, bitch. You gave him that so he can open up that shit in your name.
Oh man,
I shouldn't. And they're all victims. I'm not. Yeah. It's still, but it's when you change the name. Like you could be a pimp for Halloween. Mm-hmm. There's nothing cool about what a pimp that you beat women and hold them. There's nothing cool about that. It's a novelty.
Well, when it comes down to like language and like words being offensive and changing over time and stuff, I find that to be very interesting because you're still talking about the same thing. You just change the name of it. Yeah. So like you see it with like another one that's really popular with this is like you retarded. Yeah. Okay. First medical diagnosis mongoloid was
it's a car,
and then it was a medical diagnosis of retarded. Right.
A car can be retarded. Yeah. A car can be retarded.
And then now you have neurodivergent. It's all the same thing. So it's like it only becomes offensive when. The best I can come up with is like words that only come offensive like when too many people use it.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I think it's when and how. When you talk about a retarded person, you're eliminating their ability to feel and what they can do for themselves. You take that away. When you go to neurodivergent, it kind of gives it more of an optimistic way of like looking at what they can be. Because I look at like the difference between like African American and Black. Mm-hmm. Both are political. I don't resonate with African American. Yeah. Like my heritage is Africa for sure, but I ain't never been there. I'm Black. Everybody I know in my family was born in America. I have no ties to Africa. They have no ties to me.
Yeah. No desire to go there.
Like, I go to Lagos or some shit, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't consider myself the way like somebody whose dad was born in Mexico. I wouldn't go play for that Olympic team. Like that ain't got shit to do with me. So like, you know what I mean?
I like chilies and I like.
So like when somebody calls me like African American, it's like I'm Black. I ain't, and I understand the respect that goes with it. And I'm very proud of it. But it's like the genetic identity has been erased. I don't even know what part of Africans don't even like all Africans, and I don't even know what part of Africa I'm from. Yeah, because my genetic identity has been erased. Yeah. So I don't get that. But I do get Black.
I joked about it on stage one time, man, or more than once. I did a 23andMe.
Yeah, I'm 20% white.
Yeah. I found out I'm 1.1% Congolese. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. I think it was like, yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm 20% white.
I've been telling people I'm Black as shit.
Nope. I'm 20% white. You won't see that shit in any part of me.
Yeah.
And we just lied and we thought it was Native American. I was like, no, he's probably just light skinned. But like, related to Thomas Jefferson, like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Like that's my favorite Thomas Jefferson is that his slaves were his kids of that he was fucking, that's a hell of a because I said so.
Yeah, dude, it's
I said no. Imagine your dad can let you. Yo, Dad, I said no.
Yeah, and like the thing is, like he freed some of them, but not all of them.
Yeah.
Like,
what are you gonna do?
God damn, bro.
Dude, I'm gonna work on this. This isn't gonna come out Friday, but I'm gonna work on this joke about like Donald Trump wanting to be on money. You know how insulted the founding fathers must have been? You out here shaking hands with Black guys, and you think you're gonna be on our money? You thought you was old, rich, and white. Don't ever in your fucking life compare yourself to me. You ain't never in my life talked to a Black man by his first name.
You got it approved, I think, for the $250 bill.
No, fuck he won't. It's not gonna. He approved it. It's not gonna be approved. No, but it's just like you got to think like because they hated Black people when they were rich and white.
Yeah.
Don't ever in your fucking you got Mexicans working for, but don't ever in your fucking life you paying your workers. Mm-hmm. I would never. Don't ever in your fucking life do that. Like, you was going on the money on me.
I'm trying to remember where I heard it. Yeah, I think it was a comedian doing a joke about it, but it was talking.
Well, now you're looking like I'm stealing.
No, it's completely different. But it was like imagine how awkward it had to be for like the last slave owners, like the day before slavery was abolished.
I used to have a joke about that where it's like I don't see Abraham Lincoln. Like I get Juneteenth of being if nobody on this plantation is supposed to read, and you get that newspaper.
Yeah,
we're good. We're fine. Like, cause imagine if you could, like, you snuck and could read. What the fuck you gonna say?
Yeah,
like, that's the thing. Is they're like, do you think he knows? Yeah, like, do you think he knows?
It's kind of like today, like if say like a white guy is fluent in Spanish.
Yeah.
Like
It'll fuck your mind. If you see a Chinese dude speak, I remember I saw a Chinese person who was born in Mexico speak Spanish, and you would have thought it was fake. He was like, "Yeah, I was born." And like, completely makes sense, but it's something about looking at him. You like, boy, no fucking way. Like, so were you like a ninja? Like you're a cartel ninja. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But no, like it's the same thing. Like it's not that difficult.
Yeah, I used to see it sometimes, like in the military with like linguists and stuff, man. You'd be like, you'd see like some skinny like little white girls speaking like fluent like Hangul, like Korean or whatever.
Don't do that.
God damn.
I don't know, man. I just always like.
That's one thing. If I could do, I think that would have been cool. Was like being a linguist. If I go back, that
I
would
went
be cool.
I was in basic training with the dude who was supposed to go to linguist, got lead class, and then I sewed with the dude who made it through I think a year and a half of linguist school.
Yeah, it's hard as fuck, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, they go to straight up just college.
Yeah, it was 2 years,
Monterey,
2 years. I think he made it through like everything except for like the last session.
Yeah,
and
dude.
then,
Fuck that.
No, I don't give a fuck. I'm not good at English. I got speech impediment. I'm good.
Yeah. No, I write a lot, but I'm like dyslexic. That shit.
I'm just not gonna do that shit for 2 years. Like, if they would have told me what tech school was, I'd be like, bro, put me in finance. Like, when they told me my shit was 12 weeks, I was like, y'all got it. Like, oh yeah.
Your shit was longer than mine, bro. My shit, I was stuck there for 6 months, but my tech school was only, I think, like 8 weeks long.
My tech school was fine. I was so happy because it was in Biloxi. So I was up the road.
Yeah, shit.
I was good. We went to New Orleans and everything. It was fun.
Yeah.
I took them to Waffle House for the first time on Thanksgiving. They were like, where do we go? Let's go to Waffle
All right,
House.
that's one thing I do have to bring up. The comedians in Shreveport, y'all all like Waffle House.
You don't?
That's like the thing.
You don't?
Well, because I've just mentioned, because I always was like IHOP guy.
Yeah, but
and every time I bring up IHOP, everybody's like, what the fuck?
I mean, you can go to like in high school for like homecoming, but like you used to drink, you know what it's like, dude, come on. No, but like
it's true.
Yeah, I feel like when you just need something like I gotta get
both. I just,
Well, last time I went in Waffle House, I stopped. This is not even a joke. I got in a car. A cop pulled up next to me. I saw the cop. Went back in my car. Got my gun. He saw me put it in my waistband. Went and got my to-go order and went back in my car. Not a word was said. I mean, it's not bad. They don't have a sign that says I can't bring a gun.
Yeah, because it's Waffle House.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna let this cop open my car and see it. So it's on me. Come get it,
dude. It's I don't know. I like Waffle House, man, but it's just something I've noticed like with the comedians in Shreveport. Everybody's like pro Waffle.
I think everybody just grew up poor. Like we just like it. Like it's one of those things of being like, yeah, you never had hamburger helper.
Yeah, I think like statistically, like Louisiana's like one of the top like 5 poorest states, right?
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Did you miss the mansions? You just live in a nice part of Bossier. This shit get fucked up. Have you seen Highland? No, I mean we have our wealth, but it's not a lot of. I would imagine not as many opportunities as other cities and stuff. I mean, you can make a good living.
Which is what gets me because it's such a large city.
Difference between the have and the have-nots. If you're not a doctor, lawyer, oil and gas, truck driver, or like work for the government with FedEx, UPS, what you gonna do? Besides work at a casino, bar, like do something to support what we do. But like, where does the normal person make it?
Yeah,
without college, like what would you do here?
Yeah.
Sell dope, nigga. Like, hit the block. Get outside. We're gonna cut this shit up when we get done. No, I'm just playing. But
is there any money in the drug game anymore?
Fuck no.
I don't think.
I don't know. I was so dope. I don't know why I'm saying it. Like, why is he mentioning it so fast? I was like, no, I fucking maybe, probably. I wouldn't know who to sell that shit.
The white guy asking you like.
That's always when I get offended is when somebody like asks me shit about coke. It's like I ain't never tried that shit or done it. I remember for like 4 weeks in a row. Every time I went out, somebody would either offer me coke or ask me, do I have it?
Yeah.
And at a certain point, I felt like it was a setup. It's like, what are we doing? Like, I was at Margaritaville, and I don't like gambling, not a bit. I'll go or whatever, but I'm a social gambler. Like, I'm colorblind, so I'm just having fun.
Oh, you really are?
Yeah, them chips don't mean shit to me.
I thought you've been fucking with me this entire time.
Nope. Don't know what them chips. Like, you know how many times some people are like, you got to leave this table now? Like, because I look down and be like, shit. And then, like, this shit don't mean nothing to me. I don't know.
So you like can't. So roulette's kind of like it's just all the same.
You know how much fun roulette is when you don't know if you lose it. You know how much fun chance games are, like craps.
I kind of want to take you to a casino now.
I kill in craps, especially because I'm good at like math and probability. I'll kill it in craps. Roulette, man.
Math and probability.
Yeah, but math and probability, I can do fractions so fucking fast, dude. I know. Hit.
Yeah.
6 comes after 7, and then let's go. I remember last time me and Glenn went, I walked out. Cut that. But no, it was. What's I talking about?
I don't know, man. We were talking
Fuck.
about hitting the block selling dope. Now we're
Yeah.
talking about shooting dice. Just,
Yeah.
just standard, typical.
I was at the casino.
Well, we were talking about wealth inequality and stuff like that. In the area,
Yeah, I mean, there's just a really big difference between I think the have and the have-nots, and to be honest, the gap is filled by education and a life structure and a lot of things that it's not on me to fix, but I think would really get us where we need to be.
That does actually kind of. I can actually jump into something I did want to ask you specifically for this episode because you are from here. So 50 Cent.
Yeah, fuck him.
Okay, we're getting there.
This nigga petty enough to watch that.
He probably. What's up? But so here's the thing, man. So as someone who just moved to the area, 6 months ago, outside looking in, right, I see a wealthy rapper, entertainer. I mean, he's a jack of all trades, but a wealthy individual donating to nonprofits. He's pumping money into the economy. He's doing affordable housing.
Is he?
He's got a production studio.
Is he?
He's doing shit for the entertainment.
Really?
And everyone I talk to that's from here is like, fuck 50.
Have you seen it?
Okay. So
you've been here. Have you seen it?
I mean, he just did this town hall where he was talking to people about
so
it.
Nigga can talk. He rap. That's what he do.
He's got the property bought down.
You see it? You see anything over there?
All right, I'll tell you this, a fact. Curtis Jackson is the largest private land owner, like property owner in all of Shreveport.
Yeah.
So he's obviously like trying to make some break down on something.
Is he, or does he just need that money tied up? Like, do you understand how wealth works?
Educate me,
not in a mean way, but like,
so I'm just trying to figure out why.
When you're that
like,
big,
50.
you don't have liquid cash.
Yeah.
Like he's not gonna have X amount of dollars in the bank, but I'll have this many assets to borrow against.
You think that's just what he's trying to do?
No shit, that's what he's trying to get. Have you ever been robbed or scammed?
Yeah.
Does this feel familiar? People are telling you a lot of things, and you hoping, and man, if we could just. And you ever seen? Let's go stereotypical. How do drug dealers sell drugs? First one's free.
Yeah,
first date is free. Remember that party we had? Super lit. No security, paid for everything, did the 9, show you what it could be. Who gonna say no? I don't want to make more money
because he's also getting like.
If it was so successful, if it was everything he said it was, why wouldn't you do it again? Yeah. It's been 3 years.
I don't know how long has he been doing it? You said
this shit is a scam, dude. Like if you've been robbed, this shit feel familiar. Yeah. Hey, wait right here. I'm gonna be back outside. Hey, I'm gonna pick you up at 6.
That happened to me one time.
I'm gonna pick you up at 6.
Yeah.
My friend's car just broke down. I gotta go help her. Why the fuck they calling a woman? Alternator down. What the fuck you finna do?
Because like on surface level, like on paper, like it seems like a good thing.
Everything's supposed to.
Cool.
Everything's supposed to. He wouldn't have came. Ain't nobody gonna say come here and fuck my city up. Nobody gonna say that shit.
So how long has he been doing this with like?
How long has everybody been doing it? That's what we're for.
Well,
man.
specifically here in Shreveport, like
probably about COVID is when I first started kind of hearing rumblings about it. But like, and maybe he has plans. I hope I'm wrong. But like, I know what it's like when my dad says he gonna pick me up. It's about 6. This nigga ain't coming, and we finna get mad and start tearing shit up. Like I know it hurts me to say that because it's like it's my city. I love this place. I would love to see what humor and harmony was, but like, why you ain't done it?
Yeah.
And now you're doing.
Now, what exactly was humor and harmony?
It was a big like. It was Dave Chappelle came. Andrew Schultz came. It was a. First night was comedy. Second night was music. Third night were events.
So he already did it one time.
He did it one time, and it was supposed to be a yearly thing.
Oh,
so that's how it was. Why is it not coming?
Yeah.
You know what? Why would you not do it again? And it's. I hope it's coming. I hope we get something. Yeah. But like, who ain't gonna want to make money? Yeah. Who's not gonna want to expose himself to a new audience or a new thing that this could be? And like the whole city was jumping, and it's just to grab him by the balls and tell him like, you want me to do it again? Well, give me this, this, and this, and that's what's gonna keep being.
Well, because the city has already given him what?
We got in bed with a hustler. Like, do you not understand what like? Look, like, do some research on what type of dude 50 Cent is, and he's a very smart dude. He's a very good businessman.
Sure. I mean, you don't become worth what, however many.
How you think you do it?
Dollars.
How you think you do it?
Yeah.
A lot of suckers. A lot of idiots.
Hey, I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it, man.
And I might be at the top. I don't know, but
because it's just every person I met, they were just like, "Fuck this."
Who would you not like?
You know,
I would if I was gonna hit a lick, I'd hit Shreveport up. If I was gonna rob somebody, I'd rob Shreveport.
I mean, it seems like
you know how many dumb idiots who ain't never had nothing here and don't want to drive 2.5 hours to Dallas.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want to sound like an asshole, but you got a city where there's there's a lot of poverty. There's not a whole lot of
And it's not
opportunity.
them. It's everybody in charge who hears 50 Cent and they go, yeah, I like In the Club in 2003. And you don't realize like this is a like a great businessman, but a true capitalist in every sense of the word, where if he has to burn this down to build up this, he will.
Yeah.
And it's your retirement. It's your It's people who could have done something worth half a fuck in this city who won't ever get the grants.
Damn.
For that. And I don't even like New York rap. Ben said, fuck everybody in New York. I don't like shit about Jay-Z. I don't
like Jay-Z.
It ain't never. I've argued people down. I was born in 97 and I'm from Louisiana. When the fuck is anybody in New York gonna say shit to me? I ain't never been in a brownstone. I don't like a taxi, and all y'all shit smell like piss. This don't speak to me. I was born in 97. Juvenile and No Limit and Cash Money took over for the 99s and the 2000s. And then in 2000, everybody knows. Right after that, then 2000, about 2 or 3 was when 50 Cent had his year. Then right after that, Kanye had his year. Then right after that, Lil Wayne was on until about 2011. And then, so when the fuck was Jay-Z the best? Because I ain't never heard this nigga till Big Pimpin'. I'm not saying he's not great. His albums are great. I'm not finna drive out of my car listening to no fucking Hard Knock Life. Bitch, I know. Take this stupid ass Annie shit off the hook.
But hey, man, I'll tell you what, dude. You know what? I'm an optimistic person. You know,
it's not. Don't do that.
I got faith.
Be optimistic in the people, but in what he is, he's a predator. So you think he's coming to us because we're?
I mean, he got a hell of a tax deal.
It's called a lick. It's called a fucking lick. We are the lick. We are getting robbed right now.
But I've also heard like rumors out there.
You're gonna hear a lot of shit. That's what keeps you. That's what keeps us going. That's what. If he just stopped talking, and we all sat here and go, we just got fucked. It's gonna be a problem. But he can't. So he'll have some people. This motherfucker ain't even sent a crew in. He ain't built a studio up. He has not done scenes. Think about how much stuff he's done.
As far as the studio goes, he bought Millennium.
He hasn't scoped scenes out. He hasn't tried to build in-house crews. Everybody knows it's cheaper to buy in-house than to go ship somebody in to build these sets and set designers and all this stuff. So it's like, and this is the best way I can put it. I know what it felt like when my dad lied to me and I didn't believe it then. I wanted to believe he was coming. I wanted to believe when I know. Yeah, G. I was there. I was singing the shit. Play Many Men. I feel you, but it's not coming. He's gonna. This is what's gonna happen in about 2 years. He's gonna go, bud.
Yeah.
Sorry about you. Yeah, we're fucked. And then how many kids miss college?
We're moving to Atlanta. You know?
Hey, Tyler Perry just cleaned out his studios. We're gonna take that. Which is probably really what it's going to be. But it's not. It's you see how that makes way more sense than coming to Shreveport, Louisiana? Like, well, fuck you. And don't, like, it's been since COVID.
I tried to get a job at G Unit Studios.
Yeah, it's called a fucking everybody else who's clocking in. And it's all
if you go to his website, there's no way you can apply. He's got a shit ton of merch for sale.
Yeah, for sure. I would too. And I want to believe it, but it's
because years ago when I lived here for like a little less than 2 years, like 15 years ago. I don't even know how long it's been, but freaking G Unit Studios. It was Millennium Studios, and I almost got a job there, basically doing outlines for frame by frame for like movies, and stuff. So when they want to do like CGI, basically you would just outline like the actors or whatever, so then they could mess with the background, do all that stuff. And so I almost worked there. So when I first moved back here, I was like, well, maybe I still know some of these people that work there. Maybe I can get a job there. But then, dude, I was trying to apply. Nothing.
And that's like, it's stuff like that where it's like, you ain't even hiring a janitor, not an electrician, not an HVAC. You have no intention of getting it ready.
Now, and I was looking in the wrong place, but I went to the website.
It's only one street for it. Timmy Lane knows what's happening in this city down to the fucking fault.
Yeah.
So shout out to the Greenwood chief of police, just died in jail after being a rapist. Fuck you.
Yeah. 75 years old, right?
Yeah, good.
Damn.
And my mom called that immediately. She was like, yeah, that motherfucker just saved up his medicine. I was like, that's exactly what I would do.
No shit.
I don't know. This is all this is alleged. We just talking shit, but that's exactly what I would do.
First of all, here at the Dumpster Diaries Podcast, we only speak the truth.
It's your podcast. I don't own shit.
No,
but like, it's definitely what I would do.
Yeah.
If I got told at 75, like,
yeah, I'm not going.
Even if I did it, good luck getting closure, dude. Fuck you. See you in hell. No, he's definitely going to hell.
So was he the Shreveport chief?
Greenwood.
Greenwood?
Yeah.
So where is Greenwood exactly?
West of Shreveport.
West of Shreveport.
So like when you're going on 20 into Texas.
Oh, yep.
After Pines Road. Yep, right after
okay.
Pines Road.
Damn.
So
he was, what was he doing? Just like,
I don't fucking know. And not
well, obviously,
apparently, yeah, like something like that, and shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
But no, like I would love to see him do something, but it's like it's been too long. There's been nothing.
Talking about 50 Cent.
Yeah, that was. I would love to see that guy. You know, we lost a great one, man. Moment of silence.
Take a moment.
If I'm the victim, I'm
bagpipes.
pissed.
Yeah, could you imagine?
Oh, give me the body.
Yeah, that would be like the best way for me to describe it is like if I was going to sue someone for like business, like malpractice or something like that, and then it's like okay, like a civil suit. It's like okay, I'm going to get my money, my compensation, and then you kick the bucket like the day before court. I'll be like, are you fucking kidding me?
I don't
right
condone this at all. I'm getting every nephew in my family under the ages of 17 with ski mask, and we shooting the fuck up at that funeral. Switches, all that. All this. Y'all ain't finna have no peace around that motherfucker in my life. I swear to God, I'm airing that bitch out.
I wonder how many victims he actually had.
Don't matter. You ain't gonna have another one. And nobody, you gonna have some more in this fucking funeral. Y'all better keep this bitch out the plate, at the paper. I swear to God, if that was my family, if I was a victim of that, and like, oh, you think that, okay, somebody else gonna hurt.
I mean, I'm sure the courts could probably still do something.
Do what? Not that's gonna make me feel better.
Yeah.
They're gonna convict me, maybe.
Yeah. Like liquidate assets or something like that. You know?
We ain't gotta worry about it. It's gonna be some liquid. It's gonna be some of that.
It's gonna spray this whole fucking place up.
As soon as that Amazing Grace hits, y'all gonna think this shit was the mafia.
Oh,
it's sweating in this bitch. Because I mean, imagine like that was like how hard it must have been. Then he's a fucking police chief.
That's
then
crazy.
you somehow get justice. Mm-hmm. You gonna die a week in the jail? Oh no, you ain't going alone.
It probably was a suicide.
Oh, and then I this is Dumpster Diaries conspiracy. That night when they announced the death, they also said natural causes. So it's like, how the fuck you know? How the fuck you know? Did it just not look like a struggle or what? Because that doesn't mean natural causes.
Yeah.
It can still be heart-related issues. Like, there's a lot of stuff that is not natural causes.
There's a lot of weird stuff that happens like that, man. Because I've known a lot of people that have, been.
That motherfucker walked in the jail and said, "Hey, dude, double up my dose for the next couple days." He just cheeked it and took that shit.
Another thing that I found out that I didn't, I never really thought about, but it makes sense. I won't say who this person is or where they work because you'll see why here in a second. But someone who works in the medical field that I know, they work with like terminally ill patients and stuff.
Oh, how often they sell those prescriptions?
Basically, so we don't have assisted suicide in America, right?
No, you can do it.
So what they do is it's basically like a wink and a nod, like
double up.
Here's your medication for the entire day. If you take 3 of them, and they were like, this person was telling me that this does happen quite often.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, it's more of like a humanitarian thing at that point because
I don't know
so
if you
much pain and it's their decision to do so.
It's such a messed up debate. I think it's the only thing that challenges it is that Hippocratic oath.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that gets. I think morally, a lot of people can get into a place where they could probably justify.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, Evan. There ain't no way Justin's fucking going out shitting his pants in a fucking bed, dude.
That's the one thing I respect about my dad. I was like, that's why I think he did it. Like once the accident, I swear.
Sorry, dude.
No, like, I mean, no, I would have done the same shit. Like he was for those of you who don't know, my dad passed away in an 18-wheeler accident, and it was a week of him being in the hospital. He had the surgery on Monday. He was, like, hey, long road to recovery, but
what was the surgery for and all that?
just to put his bones back in his skin. Like it was that bad.
Oh, from the wreck.
Yes, like put his bones back in his skin, and the Wednesday,
bro.
like it was one of those of like, I shouldn't have got a week.
Yeah,
it should have been. It should have been that phone call should have been the call.
Jesus.
And so I got my week or whatever. That Monday he had the surgery. That Wednesday, the Tuesday night I saw him, and it was one of those where everybody just kind of sits. And my dad was a super proud dude, worked his whole life, like always did everything himself. And you just kind of like, damn, like 3 out of 4 limbs are broken. Ribs are broken. What does this recovery look like at 58? Like what is this really like? Someone's got to teach you how to wipe your ass again.
Yeah, you're not bouncing back 100% from that.
I won't. See ya. Like, and it's like one of those of being like, yeah. Like once I kind of like it sucked, but like, damn, my kids are grown.
Yeah.
Did I get to see everything? No, but I got to see. They're good guys. Good kids. I did everything I could do.
Yeah.
And that's exactly, I was like, respect. Because I'm not finna learn, ain't nobody wiping my ass again. I'm not learning how to walk. I'm done.
When your dad passed away, how exactly did he pass? I mean, was it just complications from like
Yeah, they,
surgery kind of thing?
I
Or?
remember I was supposed to see him. I ended up like just taking a nap. And, yeah, I didn't get to see him, but they had fed him and they were giving him a bath and they flipped him on one side to wash him and they flipped him on the other side and he coded. And it was that fast.
No shit.
Like it was the ICU hours were from 1:00 to like 1:30.
Mm-hmm.
He died at 1:08. So like it shut down everybody's ICU visit because like he was coding, so like they're running down or whatever. And I got there and like have you ever been to Oshner, LSU, that floor?
Yeah, no, I haven't been there.
You go up there and it's the ICU, so it's all like controlled or whatever.
Yeah.
And everybody's quiet. And like I'd already known by that. Like my sister called me, so like you're kind of sitting there and you're like, and then like you kind of go to like press the button and they just open the doors and you're like,
yeah,
like I'm like you every step closer. Everybody knows, but it's like
you're there, you're experiencing it,
but you can see yourself.
You're detached from it.
Yeah, and you're like, but you're remembering. And like you're very conscious about like I'm remembering everything about this. Like everything is not like this is where everything changes. Like I don't know where it's going, but like
because I know when I got my news about my mother, and for those of you who don't know, Evan lost his father due to a vehicle accident, so I lost my mother as well. And I can tell you what I was wearing. I can tell you what the weather was like. I can tell you who called me, how I acted. All this.
Like I remember it was so much.
Cry. I didn't freak out initially. I was
I remember my sister called me and like it was one of those of like what the call is. Like she never said he was fine, but you're just like surely like definitely not. Yeah. And then like she said it, and then I wanted to go like what, but like you don't want them to repeat it because you know what you just heard, and it's like. Okay. And then I remember I drove up to Oshner. I don't know how I got there. I remember like missing my turns and like just trying to like.
Oh, you're all fucked up.
Just trying to get like where you're at.
For sure.
And then I remember I walk. You're walking down the hallway. Each step you're like, no way. Like yes, but no.
Yeah.
And then I get to the notes and I'm like, what happened? Like but you're just like, and like she's crying, and then I'm starting to, and I can hear my grandma in the room, which is his mom.
Yeah.
So now I remember like I'm listening. I'm like, well, that shit's gonna keep me up at night because I just you hear a mother crying for her child. So I remember being like, and then there's no other males in my family. Like I'm the only one. So it's like, like you got to grieve, but it's different because now you're the man of the family, whether you want it to be or not. So like you walk in, you kind of grieve, and you do all that, and then that Friday we had Tiki, and I didn't like. I always like tell people like, man, like don't like. I just didn't know what else to do. It wasn't like out of any like duty to go. It was just like Thursday suck dick. These are the only people on the planet I feel like don't know what's going on, and I can just be normal for a couple hours where I don't have to be the dead parent guy.
It's like when George Bush like addressed the entire nation after 9/11. He just said, "Go back to work."
Started playing baseball. Like when he goes out there, and it's like
do what you normally do.
Because that's you got to find your new sense of normality. I know how I am, and if I just go somewhere, I'm gonna stay there. So it's you got to keep pushing. Like, kind of stopped drinking for a while because I was like, I know how this will go. So like, back the fuck up.
Yeah,
and I know it looks my family. That dude, that's what scared me so bad. And I'm still pretty aware of like when those spells hit, like pull back,
slippery slope,
pull back, and listen to your body with that kind of stuff. But I just remember being like that because I told a joke about it before, like that week before, because he was just in an accident. So it was just kind of one of those of like, just messed up. Like, we'll get through it. And then, then like Wednesday he died. And it's like, well, fuck, like that joke's got to change. Like, I remember thinking like, well, probably got a good like 5 minutes out of it just because it was so messed up. And like, and different people show him to the hospital and all this other stuff. And you're like, nice. But you're also like, dude, come the fuck
because I've wanted to joke about. Well, all right, before I go into it, I think for me, at least personally, I can only speak from my own personal experience. Comedy is very therapeutic. It's
honestly what kept me from killing myself. Like, when that shit gets dark and you're like, there isn't anything to laugh at, like those Christmases or Thanksgivings where it's like,
because I struggle with major depressive disorder, severe reoccurring, alcohol dependency, severe reoccurring, right? And if you look at like some of the stuff that I talk about or whatever on stage, if I just told you the story, take all the jokes out. If I just
you would have thought you would have committed me.
it's sad.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
Yeah.
But then I learned how to like basically objectify it.
Well, you learn you learn how to laugh, and because you laugh, nobody ever really takes it seriously, or nobody ever really is like you good because like you're laughing about it.
But it helps me like at least historically like
it makes it real. It makes it like that's what I think. That's what gave me it. I didn't go as dark as I could have with my dad because as soon as it happened, like. Oh, I remember like after it happened, I'm walking out the hospital and I saw somebody I went to middle school with. Shout out Mallory. But she was like, Evan, I'm like, hey, like just toning, like, I mean, crying, like you're snotting out your nose. She's like, hey, how's it going? I was like, Dad just died. And she just goes, what? And I go, be seeing you, and just walked. Yeah. And like where that hospital is, it's on a major highway. It's on Kings Highway. And I'm like at the stoplight. I'm like, this is a terrible place to have this hospital. Like I just got the worst news of my life, and I'm just about to walk across 4 lanes of traffic. And it just kind of like I start like laughing maniacally in the car because I'm like, well, this shit don't stop for nobody. It's just my dad's time. You know, I got my time. It sucked, but like then that's when like my dad's dad died in Nam when my grandma was pregnant with him. So they have never walked the earth together. Not let alone having a conversation, like never touched them.
That's crazy.
So it's like I got 27 years.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm doing all, it could be worse, and you learn how to. It doesn't help your grief in that moment, but you learn how to like kind of look at things.
It took me
different.
a little while to like come to terms with it. I want to joke about it on stage because I feel like once you get to a point where you can joke about traumatic events, that's when you've truly accepted it.
Yeah,
and then it's okay. I mean, you're always still gonna feel sad. You're always gonna have feelings around it.
I think that's what helped me accept it, because like that first Friday, like that was the first time I said it in front of anybody that didn't know.
Yeah.
So like we just didn't say it. Wednesday, Thursday, you're kind of cleaning stuff out. Like that real shell shock, so nobody's really talking. And then I go up on Friday and everybody's laughing. And then I get to the point where I was like, well, then he died. And then everybody's like, everybody's still laughing. And like, I'm saying it. And as I'm saying it, I'm like, oh shit, like I'm not lying. Like this isn't a joke. They're still laughing, but all of this is real, like what's going on.
Yeah.
And I got done and everybody's like laughing, but everybody's like everybody's kind of like looking at somebody else, and like nobody knew. Like Chris didn't know, Blair didn't, nobody knew.
Yeah.
And then Chris came out and he was like, was that? And I was like, yeah, like that was the truth. And like that helped so much.
For sure.
Because it wasn't about my dad dying as much as it was just everybody laughed. Like, I wasn't the dead dad guy. It helped me. It was for real. Like you're actually telling people like he ain't here and he's not.
Yeah.
And you learn to not be numb to it, but you learn to accept it and find like your peace. And then it always helps.
That's a good way to. It's peace.
It's peace. And then the best thing.
Yeah, it makes you sound like an asshole joking about it.
It does. It does to anybody who hasn't lost a parent. That's one thing I learned about telling the joke.
That's what you and I clicked over.
And everybody else would look at you like you are saying the most god awful stuff, unless you can tell when somebody like had just lost their parent.
Yeah.
Or like it was close, because like they were laughing in a maniacal way. Like I've had some where like the table has been, and it was like it's my closure still. Like it's towards the end of my set. I've had some where like the room has been quiet except for like 4 people, just like kicking back laughing. Yeah. And I'm like, that's for them. I'm not stopping, because they know exactly how all of this is so like it's not for y'all anymore.
Yeah.
And like sometimes like a long time for that joke, I think up until like probably like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. It wasn't for the crowd.
Yeah.
And I don't care if you guys laugh. It was I have to say it.
Yeah.
And like until Chris's show, like that was the first time I think since it happened I did a set where I didn't say that joke. And like it felt good. It's like, okay, I'm still funny without it. Like, you don't have to be you don't want to be the dead dad guy. You don't want to harp on it. Yeah. But like it was just for so long, and I'm not gonna take it out my set, but like I think just for grieving for so long, I don't think I realized how important it was just to say it in front of strangers over and over again, and not saying it for pity, not saying it to get a cheap laugh, saying it as your story to get people to laugh. And like I think that helped me come to terms in a way I probably would have never.
Because I still haven't joked about my mom's stuff.
Until you told me, you never like I didn't know, and then you were like, "My mom died in a car." I was like, "Say it," and you were like, "Well, your mom." I was like, "Nobody owns dead parents and car." Have you watched superhero movies? You think I own dead parents? We're halfway to being X-Men. Fucking talk about it. Like,
there was one time I wrote some stuff and I was like, nah, I was like, Evan's gonna tell his story and I'm gonna get it right behind him. And,
no, I will. I've done that where like you might talk about some shit that's like I will go right behind you because it's still your mom.
Mhm. Yeah.
There's nobody else who has that
I
story.
I was very fortunate with her death because it was instant.
Yeah.
It was, so there's, for that, like it was, I mean, it's sudden, it was a shock, but it was instant.
I think everything, like when you look at it, like
we still don't know what happened. It just ran off the
road.
road.
I don't either. Yeah. And I don't want, I remember I was laughing at my mom and she was like, I was like, I don't really want to know it. I know it's on 20 headed to Monroe. I really don't want to know because it's like I do comedy. I'm gonna drive that motherfucker, and like I don't want that in my head. And she was like, "Well, I thought about doing something on the side of the road." I was like, "So we can distract other people and they join them." Like, why would I do that,
bro? My mom, her wreck. I mean, it was the middle of the day. She wasn't under the influence of anything. Just we don't know if another car, like it was around a turn. We don't know if she fell asleep, had a seizure, or if a car was kind of in her lane, or maybe a deer.
Just
whatever,
your time.
And ran off the road, and went into a tree. But dude, she passed away like 2 miles from the house that I grew up in.
Damn. So yeah, like you just having to know. Like that was my thing. Was like,
and then what's crazy? Here's a crazy thing, man. Her mother. It's kind of a long story. I won't get into it too much. But her mother had a very traumatic, almost died wreck. Like
right there.
20 years prior, like just like a mile.
So stay the fuck away from that.
Stay
corner.
the fuck
That's our final destination block.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it sucked. I think we got a picture of the truck. I got a picture of the truck, and like that's why I was like, yeah, dude, I should have got a week. Like you should have been. I'll show you a picture of it. But it's like, yeah, dude, you should have. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't have been that.
Dude, I had to go, and this was like really tough to do. I had to go to the salvage yard or whatever, wrecker, and I had to reclaim the property.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask if you had to do that, man.
We didn't have to get the truck. We met the HR guy. The HR guy from his job was there pretty quick.
Yeah.
The hardest part about that one was having to go and like clean out his stuff.
Well, that's what I was getting at.
That's the thing is like when you see somebody's expecting to come back.
Oh, dude.
And they're just not. Like they're just not.
Bro, this what I'm about to tell you put me in counseling for a little while over this shit, man, because I had to like see her blood and hair in the vehicle as I was getting her belongings out.
Like that's what kind of stuff got me is like I didn't want to see the truck.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple of his like jerseys and stuff he used to wear. Yep. I couldn't bring myself to like frame them or anything like that. I did watch like the first Cowboys game. I had to watch that. Like I just held it. Like you just kind of you gotta have those things where like you hold it, or like you might watch a movie, or like this past weekend we went to the Dallas Aquarium, and like I hadn't done that since I was with him. So like we're like walking, and I'm like, like you're like kind of it's getting to you a little bit.
I'll be real with you. Like one thing that I do a lot is I go to the movies by myself.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of the day, right?
Just feels like somebody's next to you sometimes.
Good. Well, my mom and I that was like our thing. We used to go to movies together. Yeah. So that's a part of it. That's what it does. And still, I went like 2 weeks ago and watched Disclosure Day.
Well, like I was, like I have that same thing. Like me and my dad was like a huge pro wrestling fan. And like, you know, we watched it all the time. He took us to like the shows and all that stuff. And it finally clicked. Cause like I was like, it's on Netflix or whatever. And you see it. I'm like, you know, I fell off on watching it, but I'm like, oh, it was for families. It was never that. It was to get, you know, sons watched it and they watched it with their dads and their dads watched it with that. So like you're kind of like looking at stuff like that. And it's always like, even with like, God bless his heart with Chris, with like the strength he's showing with that kind of stuff. And I tell him like, and I know he doesn't want to hear it, but I'm like, buddy, you don't know how dark this storm is going to get. Because he's telling me about those days. I'm like, buddy, they are on this side of the earth. I promise you don't know how deep this abyss will get. If you just know he's here.
Yeah.
Buddy, I'd give anything. And I think a lot of times with like comics, you want to make a joke and that's our defense mechanism. It's so hard to just kind of like just say it maybe and like and not be vulnerable in that moment. But I think like whenever you do, especially when you have the skill of being funny, it can bring such levity to like taking the seriousness out of it and everything. But like I think for us too, we also have to like we gotta stop joking. Like you gotta like I know for you probably have to start saying things just honest of like that fucked me up. You're like that was me. Like I have to be like yeah. Not doing well after that.
I'm not cracking jokes at the funeral. You know, I was like, God damn, there's a time and place.
Oh, that was definitely me. And like you have to kind of
because
that
like
shit.
One thing, and I don't know if you struggled with this, man, at all, or dealt with this. So after my mom passed away, you know, all of a sudden, all of a sudden you have a million fucking friends in the world, right? Everyone wants to talk to
Dude,
you, right? And
I was
all
there.
telling you fucking stories. But here's the thing, and this is what got me. Now, don't get me wrong. My mother was a nice lady, but she was still human. Okay.
Yeah.
So there was times growing up where I'll be straight with you. She was a fucking bitch, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's the thing is like, they're dead, not an angel.
yeah, dude. So,
They were capable of doing some fucked up shit,
I went
actually.
through this whole thing where like people were like immortalizing her as a saint. And I was like, dude, there was times where she was
Show some respect.
fucking douchebag. Like, why do you think I left the house at 18 and didn't tell her?
Dude, I definitely had a lot of like, don't talk to me about my because and a lot of it I think is I've gotten older and I've learned grief a little better.
Yeah.
There's a better way to put it, but it's like your experience, like he's my dad.
Yeah.
Your experience with him and a lot of that stuff is not going to ever really be mine because it's my dad. We're not gonna have that. Why the fuck can I? Any other time I'd find that picture.
Yeah.
If you can imagine, it's a fucking look. Think about Transformers in the middle of the action scene. Press pause. It looks like that.
There
Like
you
just
go.
a fucking half of a truck. Like
Jesus Christ.
fuck. What was I talking about?
Yeah, we just went through some traumatic ass fucking shit. So-
Shit. But
But do you think this kind of brings into question, kind of tied into comedy, man? Because you are a comedian, and hopefully one day I get to watch your Netflix special.
I'll never work with Netflix. No. I'd
you
work
say
with
that now
whoever.
instead
I'd
of
put it on the
contract.
fucking blue ski. I don't care.
Do you think that because in comedy you see a lot of people who have trauma or they have substance abuse or mental health issues, right?
Mhm.
Combination of that. Do you think that is almost necessary to be?
Nope.
Okay.
I think it's a cop out for a lot of people who choose not to be an adult.
Yeah.
About how they handle stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think we're any more broken than any other profession.
Sure.
I just think we talk a lot. And when
Yeah.
people talk a lot, they tell you can see a lot more about them. You know how many dumb people seem smart and cool until they talk and you're like, this motherfucker don't say shit good.
I've dated a lot of
Yeah, and we're the other side of that.
Yeah.
Where we do that. And I don't think it's required or anything. And I think it's a crutch we use to like
Sure.
not want to fix something and have a funnier conversation or really like because I had this with my dad like before I wanted to go to therapy maybe he died on October 31st by that June July and you know when that anger hits you that's when I started doing really good at comedy and I didn't want to get better because I'm like well maybe I need to have this from a place of anger. And I was watching a Bill Burr podcast and he was talking about how he went to therapy for anger. So it's like if he can do it and like as by the time he realized it, as angry as his comedy was and how known he was for it, you don't need it. And there's no anybody who has to have. You might now if you feel more comfortable with it or you feel more safe, say that.
For sure.
And that's fine. I respect it. If you're like, I'm just not ready to get the help yet, I will respect your transparency in that. But there's nothing like cool about being an incomplete. Like I hate Bud Kreischer.
Yeah.
I hate everything about him.
I can't stand him.
I think he's the worst person. I think making him famous is the grossest thing in our society right now.
So I actually talked about it on episode 116 in depth. So alcoholic in recovery.
Yeah.
I do AA, right?
Yeah. And that's I've never had a problem. Alcoholism runs in my family. I try to be aware of it. But it's like, what's cool about that?
Yeah. So I don't glorify it at all, even when I was drinking.
And it's like, I do my stuff and it's like, I would never push that on you. I'm not going to be in anybody's face about it.
But when I see people like Bert Kreischer doing that, I'm just disgusted.
Well,
by it.
and my thing is like, so he's actively destroying his family. What part of this is not funny? We know what this does to you physically. You can see it on him. Look at his first Netflix special and look at now. Who's going to love him enough to go, you won't be here?
Yeah.
You know, or there's times where like you're openly saying you're a narcissist. You know this. You're not trying to fix it. You've had a story where like, because I started out a fan and when I listened to him, I'm like, you're surrounded by people who don't love you. This isn't good. And he had something where he was talking about his daughter, his oldest daughter, one of his daughters who got her cycle.
Yeah.
And he told it on stage, which is already pretty fucked up. Like, I have a personal policy of like, don't speak under anybody's clothes.
Yeah.
Like, just don't get on stage to defend it. Just don't. Even if it's like she's gonna be a bitch and start an argument.
Yeah.
Some stones are better,
Yeah. Some stones are better left unturned.
And then his daughter went out and said like how she had a problem with it. She brought that to him. And then he was like, more or less just fuck it and kept doing it and made a joke about her doing that. And it's like, as a father, you're not, it's one thing to exploit it's one thing to not protect your kids, but then to exploit it.
Mhm.
How is he still the good guy? Like, we're hearing this of him being like, yeah, you know, I didn't go to this because I was out drinking, or I'm not here with my family because I was. It's like, how is this guy the good guy?
Yeah.
How is this man child? Like,
yeah, dude. I don't-
what are we? It's the same thing. I hate baddies. It's like there ain't shit cool about acting a fool.
Well, what gets me, man, is like, so Bert's content that he creates caters to a younger audience.
It's
And I'm like, why are you like?
because that's the only people
pushing
who
this
believe
alcoholism?
it. You can't tell a 30-year-old who takes care of his family it's cool to do that.
Yeah.
You can't tell me it's shit cool
No.
about you taking off your shirt, drinking a 12-pack of beer, having people basically just describe your belligerence and making them
Yeah.
deal with it because you buy them stuff. There's a very sad existence to that.
Mhm.
And there was one thing I heard him say on a podcast that was probably the most honest I've ever heard him being. Like the one time I liked him and like wanted to hug him, is he goes, "I'm afraid if I don't throw the party, I won't be invited."
It's kind of
And
sad if you just think about it.
Man, and I get it because
Mhm.
we have that fear. That's why we tell jokes, because we want people to like us.
Mhm.
But damn it, boy, fix it. It's like look what you're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
If that is your thing, look at
Mhm.
how many other people or if you do love these people, be here to see them.
Yeah.
Like you are
But, yeah,
doing
that's not my
awful
thing.
damage
Sure.
to your body, and it's not okay. Or you have enough money to Ozempic this shit away, but like you
Mhm.
don't have and I look at that kind of stuff of like, even with like Tony Hinchcliffe, like I love what he's doing in comedy because he's showing people like let that shit remove itself.
Yeah.
Like, did you really think he was good?
Yeah.
Do you think anybody who talks shit about an open micer for years is any good at their craft?
Yeah.
I don't. Most bullies are not good at anything. And when they are, that's when we got a fucking problem. Like when those bullies do match up, that's when they become Mike Tyson. That's when you have ghosts.
I don't think I laughed one single time during his last
you
special.
won't, because that's never what he's done.
And I've seen him perform live twice.
Not impressed. It's like, and it's one of those things.
I think he's great at running his show for what
I think he's great at what he does, but I think
Mhm.
like when you take away linear TV, you remove a lot of positions for these guys. Comedy, they would have left comedy a long time ago.
Yeah.
Tommy would have been, or Tony Hinchcliffe would have been somebody's funny sidekick on a sitcom by now.
Mhm.
Bud Kreischer would have been a TV dad by now. A lot of these guys would have probably been weeded out and found their niche in doing something, but the medium changed, and I think it forced them into comedy a lot longer than they were comfortable and a lot longer than their ability could last.
Yeah.
Like, I think a guy like Steve Martin, whose ability could have lasted a lot longer, but the medium slowed down.
Mhm.
Or like a guy like Adam Sandler, who you put him now with YouTube,
Shit.
I think we're gonna look at him a lot different. If you would have put him, if you would have put him with social media when he dropped a lot of that stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
Hollywood would have looked a lot different. If he
Yeah.
was able to kind of, I mean, he's still got Sandler Studios and everything he does, but like, I think a lot of those guys would have changed. You know, I think if Dave Chappelle would have gotten Chappelle's show on the internet, there is no Drewski, or like Drewski
Mhm.
looks a lot different. So, and then if that has to be when it works out good, the other side has to be who's hanging around a little bit too long. Like, I think Joe Rogan would have got a late night show by now. That's how
Yeah.
everybody says his comedy sucks, and it's like, yeah, because he would have been out of it by now. He would
Yeah,
have hit the
there's-
zeitgeist where we would have demanded Joe Rogan so much he would have been on one of 4 channels.
That is true. It does seem kind of weird, like with comedy, like there's almost like an unspoken
You're supposed to shut up and get out of it before you
expiration
suck.
date to it.
Well, that's the reason why, like, it's not unspoken. It's just like there's a difference. Like, Dave Chappelle can keep doing comedy because he never stopped.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy can't.
Yeah,
He
that would be
can't. It doesn't mean, and they are both
great.
that of that generation.
I would
Steve
love
Martin,
to see Eddie Murphy come back, but here's the thing: is I
He ain't
don't
gonna
want to
be
see
Eddie
him
Murphy.
fail.
Same thing with Steve Martin.
Mhm.
Like, Steve Martin is a good
He's
one.
hilarious.
You know, Gallagher's still alive, but it's
Mhm.
like,
Gallagher's still alive?
I think so.
I thought he
I'm
died.
just talking shit. Maybe not. I think he had a brother.
He
but,
did. Yeah, his brother stole the set. Did basically.
So technically, Gallagher's still alive.
yeah, it was. It was
It's like
the
how
whole thing.
Queen's still performing.
Yeah,
Like,
it was the
come
whole
on,
thing.
You don't go there for the guy, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's not an unspoken explanation. I think there's an unspoken work threshold.
Mm.
Whenever you are not given, this is like it's like basketball. Like it's like boxing or MMA.
Yeah.
How I look at it. There ain't no retirement tour. Like very rarely do people get to go out on top. It usually ends with somebody caving your fucking skull in and everybody saying you suck. That's usually how it ends. Like you never see a boxer like go out on top and they go, fuck, he got killed by a 22-year-old Mexican savage. This guy sucks. It might be time for him to hang up there. And then in 2 fucking months you see him, well guys, we got a good fight going up. Like that's how nobody gives him a fucking Hall of Fame. They might go like in between fights and be like, yo, shout out Hall of Fame. Thanks for the CTE. And that's it. And the same thing with comedy. Like there's just not enough. Same thing with rappers. Like you don't see no old rapper, they die. It's the same shit. We hate Jay-Z. It's because nigga Tupac dead. We don't know what an old rapper look like. That y'all get like 50 and y'all start acting.
Yeah.
Because don't nobody want to hear that. Like, don't nobody want to hear LL Cool J talk. Went to Walgreens. They didn't have a prescription. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. And I respect it. But it's like, it's inherently a young man's game. Don't nobody want to. Andre 3000 said he's still a good rapper. He's like, don't nobody want to hear what I got to say. And I'm like, I fuck with you, but I don't. If you get on this shit and start talking about a flute, like, miss me with that.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with comics. Like, if you don't stay in it, you're not really feeling the pulse of the people. You're flying in private jets. You ain't really shit to talk about.
Yeah, that's what gets me, man, is like a lot of these guys and stuff, like they're almost like unreal.
Tony Hinchcliffe really think people in Austin believe like that's the world. Everybody in Texas don't even believe that shit. You will get beat the fuck up for walking 4 square miles and talking that same shit. He don't have to though.
Yeah.
So in his mind, that's what he believes. He really believes in woke cancel culture. There's no such thing as woke cancel culture. It is either you will get fucked up or you won't. You know what they used to call getting canceled? Burned at the stake. Like that's what getting canceled was. If you are not that, then just people as mad as you. Stop being a bitch. How you gonna get canceled when you sell tickets?
No.
Everybody in here bought tickets. They're not canceling you. You just want some shit to complain about. And I think a lot of it is because white guys have never felt depression. So when it hits, you don't know. It's like, but it's just your time. Stop being a bitch. Like, you'll be all right. Or like, but then you have like Shane Gillis who can deal with it. And that's why I just
and then you can kind of put a spin
water off a duck's back. It doesn't bother him. Like shit will get hard. You live through it. You push it on.
Sure. He handled his shit very well.
Because you push on. You either gonna fuck with me or you don't. If you're Tony Hinchcliffe, we're like, you're still trying to justify you're a good comedian. And the funniest part about it is you're not.
Yeah.
You just have your circus. Lead your circus. Do your thing. I'm not trying to stop your money. But to push this on anybody like there's something wrong with us or we are the problem when you're not good and you can't do it outside of this is the reason why you stay there. Is because it's quiet as it's kept. Where's your tour?
Shit.
Come 5 hours to Shreveport, Louisiana. I swear to God you won't make it back.
Yeah.
Security will like it will be a fucking problem.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn how many of those white people like you. They gonna go home.
Dude, when I watched his last special, man, like Man of the People.
They pulled back. The crowd was like.
Dude, I watched that and I was like, I personally know a dozen comedians who are funnier than you that no one has ever even heard of. What the fuck is that?
And that's the thing is like, that's what ego does. That's what the echo chamber does. And that's all these things of like I think with his work ethic, if given a real constructive and competitive environment, your ability will take over and you can probably be good.
Sure.
But it ain't this. And you have too many people lying to you. If anybody, like same thing with Logan, same thing with Kreischer, same thing. If you had anybody who told you this is worth the fuck, you need to change your circle in a real way. Same thing with Chappelle, with that last one. Same thing with Schultz.
Yeah, just yes man all around.
And that's where it's coming from. But then that's why like a Shane Gillis, like how does Shane Gillis do good? It's like because he's funny. Funny wins. That's what we do. That's why Cat Williams can come in
it's
and
pretty
eviscerate.
much that simple, right?
Well, that's why Cat Williams can come. It's like how does Cat do it? It's like because he's fucking funny.
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious.
And you will never.
I put him in the top 5 ever.
You trust him so much to where you see him, you know it's gonna be funny. You don't believe that he'll have a Tony moment. You don't even watch it for that reason.
Yeah.
So it's also it's like, dude, just say like what you are, man. It's like you have a need, like you have a gimmick, and that's what you do. But you're not. I don't think you're that good. You're not a comic. You're not finna. Voice in comedy. You have no power.
Would you ever sign up for Kill Tony?
Nope. Because I'm gonna have a serious problem where I know, and this was before the Netflix special. I know what your ability is. You can't tell me shit.
Yeah.
You won't. Nobody did this to you, so you damn sure can't tell me shit because you won't do it. I'm not following anybody who won't do it.
Yeah.
And the only reason you're saying this is because we're here. Take all of this away. Let's go in the back. Say that exact same shit. And I know you won't. And it's not. And the thing is, it's like, and this is because it's not about always like, it always has to be funny. You don't always have to go to violence. But if I feel that, and I think this is like the Shreveport in me, and like why I can resonate with this audience or why I can go someplace, I won't ever respect you.
Yeah.
If I feel like you're hiding behind that mic, then stay hidden, bitch. I'll never respect it.
Yeah, there's a weird level of security that people get with a microphone.
Well, like here, I'm gonna ask this next guy. We'll see if you ever seen him. I'm gonna type his name in, but I'm sure you've seen him.
What time is it?
Look at the bottom.
The very bottom?
Yeah. Right there in the search bar.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah. So that's one of like the abilities there. I've seen it in other things.
Yeah.
They can see through it. They can see. You've seen him here?
Yeah.
They can see through it because they're just like, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna try to figure out what you really are, but whatever. Nah, I'm good.
And you can individual, like what I've seen, it feels. I can see how some people find humor. I can see how some things maybe get a little. Popular.
But when you go to a place where they can smell bullshit,
yes. Yep.
Dead in the water, and there's nothing. Even the tricks that he's done, and like, okay, I can tell you've learned X, Y, and Z from putting in work and performing and doing this thing. Smoking lipstick on a pig, and it's they're not like it's not like they're comedy smart. They're just people smart, and it's like they deal with so much bullshit just by living here. Yeah. But don't even play with me like that.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think the individual's horrible.
No, I think he's very good. I just think like you got to have a bullshit detector. Yeah. You got to have a bullshit detector, and I think Tyler is a very good city to get good at it and get confirmation. But
yeah,
I know what do you think you got better at? You did comedy in both places, so it's like what I tell people like, and I love going out of town. I'm blessed whenever I get those opportunities, but it's like I gotta have tiki.
Yeah,
I gotta talk to my people. Like, it's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Or, like, whenever things aren't going good, it's like, just talk to me. Like, and that's what's calmed me down because it's like, where are you guys at? Tell me where I'm at. And let's figure it out. Let's have that relationship that over, like, 4 years I can feel good. Yeah. And, like, when those nights, you've heard it, like, when those nights don't do good, I'm like, bro, you don't know how many times I've killed it. This just ain't that night. We're good, man. I'm straight. Like, and you can see it because they're like, I'm like, but I don't give a fuck if you don't like, and that's what that anger kind of dropped. I was like, but I've been good here before.
I get that sometimes with a few of my jokes, man. Like, you know, maybe it's just the crowd or whatever, but nobody will laugh and be like, what? And then, but I know that I performed that joke before and had everyone laugh.
Well, like, you've heard, I'll go, I like it. I thought it was funny.
That's why I wrote it.
Yeah, fine, fuck it, whatever. Yeah. And you'll have those kind of moments, but it's everything in between. But I think the authenticity of Shreveport and when you have to bring meat and potatoes, and ain't a lot of room to fuck up because everybody knows what meat and potatoes are supposed to taste like. So just come with it, and don't got to do anything special. And I think like where we're at and where we are in the city, it always keeps people in check, and I think it grows talent fast because pressure makes diamonds.
Yeah.
And I think like Garrett Nelson is the best example of that. I don't think he does that in Austin. I don't think he does that in a lot of scenes because I don't think anybody just lets him. I don't think he's gonna have the freedom because of all the mics.
That's what gets me, man. Like about here is like there's a lot of opportunity as far as like stage time.
You think we take advantage of it?
Yeah, you know.
I'd hope.
So you know,
but I get good.
Yeah, man, and you know that's one thing I do like about Chris and don't take this serious, man. Is dude, they'll give you stage time,
and I love that. Like that's just the culture because it's like just bring people, man, and we have our waves. Like you, Uncle Jay, Garrett, like you guys were the first wave of like people that weren't the guys that started it.
Yeah.
So I think that was a lot of the shock. Is just how do we handle new people because we were the new people.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to learn how to like welcome people around and build that community and let them know like there is no gatekeeping. Like it is truly go up to him and ask, and it is that simple. Yeah. And it's hard. And I get when people don't believe it or anything, or they might not be comfortable because like I'll see it. Like shout out Zach Howell, he's a new guy who's been coming around, and like I'll kind of talk to him and stuff.
I was trying to get him in on an interview to talk about being a firefighter.
I hope so, man. He's an awesome guy.
Comedy, but his
brother and I worked together at Cintas.
Oh, really?
Like for years. Never knew he had a brother. Never. They looked alike, and then he like finally figured out I was at Cintas, and I was like, no shit. That's like, what's up, man?
Yeah.
But he's another guy who came in who was really funny. Mm-hmm. He's just a very quiet, shy person. But it's like, you know how it is those first sets where you see it now, where you tell them, and like it's not like you're brushing them off, but you're like, just come back. Like, just come back and keep doing, because it does take that long for something to click. And the last time he went before he kind of took a couple of weeks off, he did really good.
Yeah.
And it was very quiet, but he was listening, playing off, and just figuring out how to get his laugh slowly but surely. And it's like, all right, well, like that's where the corner usually tones and we can start getting better. And then he
Yeah.
took a break. And like, you know,
Yeah,
I didn't
'cause I
see him
hadn't
for a
seen him
couple
for a
weeks.
while.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I finally like messaged him on Facebook, which I'm like, I'll never do. But like, you know, you're trying to like, you're trying to reach out to people, and I do like them. So I'm like, stop acting like you don't like
Yeah.
these people, or like you're not friendly. So
Yeah.
I was like, hey man, like, is everything okay? Like, do you want to come back? And he's like, yeah, like, you know, I guess he had some stuff going on. He couldn't make it for a
Sure.
couple weeks, and I'm like, dude, by all means, like, it's no.
Yeah, because at the end of the day,
Yeah, I'm not trying to obligate anybody. I want to know, like, are you okay? Did you like it? Is it not for you? Did you not feel well? Whatever the case
Something
may
happened,
be. Yeah,
whatever.
you know, and he was super awesome about it. But like, he's one of those guys that like, keep like, come on, like, let that 5 become 10, and like,
He's got a fire in him for it. He
and like,
does.
he is
Especially when he
funny.
starts talking.
It's just so like, I get it, because like Mark Pugh fucked me up for a long time when I
Yeah.
first started, because he is very good and he's so naturally charismatic,
Mhm.
and he's not a very high energy comic. I'm not a very high energy comic.
Yeah.
So when you're doing yours a month in and you see Mark Pugh do what he does, and to this day, it is still some of the most like effortless comedy I'll ever
Yeah.
see. It's not hard at all for him. The same way, like, truly that funny. And like, I'm watching him start, and I'm like, fuck. Like, I don't even know who this guy is. And if he's that funny, what am I doing
Yeah,
here?
you're in trouble.
And you're like, well, how can you possibly be that charismatic and not, you know, be woo all over in people's faces? And he messed with me a lot on that. And then once I kind of finally started getting comfortable and figuring out my way to do that, that helped a lot to come out of your own shell and kind of start performing. Differently talking and performing. You're not just going up there and talking. You have to perform. You have to get
Yeah.
people's attention and gravitate towards that. And I just remember like being so intimidated of that and being like, how do you get there? So like, I get it when I see guys and they're like, well, I thought I was pretty funny. And then like you go here and you see people who are funny in real life when it is time to get up on the stage. It's incredibly intimidating.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you don't want anybody to feel like you can't, or you can't talk to any. It's like, dude,
Oh,
just
dude, the
literally
first
come up
time-
and say what's
The first
up.
time I ever performed at Tiki, I was shaking. I wore fucking sunglasses because I didn't even. I want to
So
have
nervous.
yeah, I wanted to have
Anybody?
like some degree of separation,
Yeah.
dude. Like, and then now, like, yeah, I do feel a little nervous, but like, I mean, it's probably better to ask you because you get to watch it. There's a significant change in the level of confidence.
Yes. You're not okay. You're not scared of the bomb.
Yeah.
Like, that's the biggest thing. It's like,
You know it's
fuck
gonna
it,
happen.
Mike. It's coming. One of these days. Like,
I got 50 jokes,
paid
and
for
one
the
of them you're gonna land.
I get paid for the attempt. I never said I was gonna land shit.
Ugh. Well, man, I gotta wrap this up, man.
Oh yeah, you got a lady friend coming.
No, I got another interview.
Oh, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm doing 2 today.
Oh, this is the one that was on the casting couch that you were like, hey, buddy. Yeah. It's cool. Are we still okay? So,
I don't make porn.
is this one above age?
I'll cut that out. But no, man, dude. Thanhanks for coming in.
Oh, man, thanks so much for having me, dude.
You got anything you want to plug, dude? At the end,
Dude, just support everything Shreveport art.
Yeah.
From bands to music to the farmers market I mean, like, if we all go out and have fun, they got to stop shooting shit. So like, that's how I feel. Like, if you just look at somebody and be like, dude, are you really gonna be that guy? Like, I think that's how we gotta just peer pressure that shit off the street and be like, yo, if you shoot somebody, you lame as fuck.
What do you say? Just keep it cute.
Keep it cute, dog. What's another one I have? Oh yeah, also fuck that police chief for real. Fuck. You know what's crazy is he still got a pension because they still addressed him as police chief. They never said like former or retired. You think they still give him that 21 gun salute?
Probably. Imagine being a police on that detail.
If I was an honor guard, I would have fucking shot that flag in that family like Kobe. And I'm like, here you go. Dude, I'm not. I would have respectfully declined to be on that one.
Yeah, not even.
I mean, that's no different than like in 10 years, everybody on like when they're like, yeah, Trump was a prolific pedophile, and everybody's just. That's about like when that shit happened with Jared from Subway. It's like, dude, Steph Curry didn't know he was doing that. I was just. He's a fucking pedophile when I took the picture.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
That's what's coming. That's what's coming with Trump. Everybody's like, you're gonna have a pedophile's bumper sticker. Just all over your shit. The hat and everything.
It'll probably be like after he dies.
Yeah, but also like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna say it.
That's
It's the Louis C.K. joke where he's like, if you know the stigma of how bad it is, how good must it feel? If you're willing to risk all of that for life,
yeah,
it must be awesome.
All right, man. That's a good way to end it, dude.
Is it?
Thanks again?
Is it?
Evan Cooper, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
see him, one of Shreveport's finest comedians.
Thank you guys so much, man.
We'll see you guys next week.